What is going on, Casually FC? Welcome to a match review for Chelsea 2, Crystal Palace 1. And ladies and gents, I think we got a lot to talk about with this game. But before we do, as usual, I'm here with the Bridge 258, my co-host, as well as me, your host, Marshalldbdx. As always, guys, admin stuff. Be sure to smash the like button if you haven't done so already. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Spread the channel, show some love, and get us out there so we are more discovered by other people who might want to be interested in watching this content, who think like-mindedly and want to discuss Chelsea. And Gabriel, from my part, you will hear very little whining. Don't worry, brother.
You know what, man? I'm gonna discuss that. No. We're not going to do this. Every time, we get a win. Oh no, let's not whine. We go win. Let's not whine. Oh, we go win. Let's not whine. That's what he's. That's what Gabriel is doing. Because he doesn't want to accept reality. That game, is actually it's crazy. But you know what? I'm gonna let you finish that, please. Because I have bullshit.
I didn't even get to finish the fucking intro. We're already getting into it. Ahmed has a lot to say, apparently. So we'll discuss. Because, listen, I agree with you. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but we'll discuss. So smash up the like buttons already. If you can already tell this is going to be a scintillating stream for you guys. So get up those likes. I appreciate that, guys. It helps out the channel tremendously. Smash the subscribe if you haven't done so already. We are on our way to 2.4. Help us reach that goal. And guys, I know some of you guys are watching. You like to engage with the chat. You like to watch the content. You appreciate the stuff that we're telling. You're entertained by this. The least you can do is subscribe so that you are more notified whenever we do go live. It helps out the channel. And you don't miss out on the content when it is live, because I'm sure many of you want to discuss with us live on the panel as we are streaming. And so big up to you guys for the support. Big up to anyone that does subscribe on this stream. I appreciate it. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe. Help us get to 3K. Hit the bell notifications so you are notified whenever we do go live, because sometimes we go live off schedule. Live off schedule. So you don't want to miss a live stream. Hit the bell notification so you're notified. Check out the links in the description for all types of content. Discord is on there, Twitter's on there, Ahmed's channel's on there, as well as Sarcasm City, a good friend of the channel, Flawless, on there as well. So check all that stuff out as well. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think. You guys had a lot of interesting comments last week on last week's show. So, and I did engage with a lot of them, had good discussions. So big up to you guys in the comments section. You are not forgotten. You are seen. I promise you. So keep up the engagement in the live, in the chat, in the comments. I can't speak. In the comments down below. It is appreciated. And last but not least, big up to all our members. Thank you for your membership. It does help out the channel tremendously. Keep on the support. And the more members we get, the more emojis we get, the more content I can give you guys in terms of membership as well. So big up to you guys. And let's go to the overall summary of the game. From my perspective, take it with a grain of salt. I think overall there were some promising things about the game, but there are still criticisms. But let's go ahead and start off with the first half. First half of the game, we had a suspended Palmer and suspended Sterling, so they were not available. Ugochukwu got hurt last game, so he was not available as well. But Caicedo came back into the lineup. We saw a double pivot of Gallagher, Caicedo, and Inkunku makes his first start for Chelsea in this match, and we have plenty to say about him as well. But first half looked decent. I think we had a Chelsea side that attack-wise looked a little bit more fluid with Inkunku. And as a result, we had Mudryk storming into the box, 13th minute, scores a brilliant goal that is, again, Malo Gusto, man. I got to give him so much props. I'm going to be glazing Malo Gusto this match review. But Malo Gusto, I'll do that for myself. Malo Gusto with a lovely cross into the box. Mudryk just taps it in as he should be, as most of our attackers should. But unfortunately, our defense has so many holes in it. And this guy who I would love at Chelsea, Michael Olise, last minute goal and stoppage time before we go into the halftime, draws the game 1-1. And then we go into the second half where Pochettino makes very, very questionable substitutions, very, very questionable changes to the lineup. and we see a player that has been very controversial, I guess, in terms of why he's not playing under Poch, in Noni Madueke make his appearance again for the team. And luckily for us, we get a penalty thanks to him. A little bit of a nasty foul in the box that could have led to a really bad injury. We're very lucky he didn't get injured because I didn't like the way his knee bent in that foul. But he takes the penalty, cold as a cucumber. Man puts it behind the net. He puts us in the lead, 2-1, and Chelsea finish off the game with a victory at Stamford Bridge against Crystal Palace. Love to see it, but are we covering up cracks in the wall? Ahmed, what are your thoughts on the game, my friend?
The way I said it in this when we won against Newcastle. A win is a win, innit? You know, and then we take the win, we move on. But like, if we're being honest about this game, I felt like for the first like 6-7 minutes they were on top because they had more possession than us. They were starting to create chances. After that, we started taking control of the game. I felt like Mudryk obviously had a few good chances there. Obviously, he was creating a bit there. Obviously, you had the Matson chance that he created from that ball. You obviously had the what's it called, chance for Inkunku, where he just literally just misfired. I felt like Malo Gusto was really taking control of that right hand side. Excuse me if I'm being honest as well. He has had a really good game. Mudryk had a really good game.
Malo Gusto, gotcha. Yeah.
And a really good game. Matson, I feel like this game just showed why he's not a winger and why he's a fullback, in my opinion. Like with the stuff that was happening with him, but it really is what it is for me personally.
Sure.
Obviously, we started to see the continuation there from him. I don't know, man. I felt like with Caicedo, meh. Like I don't know what it is with Caicedo. Every time I watch him, I just feel like meh, if that makes sense. But like I feel like that's what it is with him. I don't know. Even the Gallagher again, meh. Like I'm not. That's what it is for me when it comes down to it as well. Jackson, obviously, he missed like a pretty big open goal chance in the second half, of course. But like when you look at the first half as a whole, after we scored that first goal, we didn't do anything. We just literally were passing the ball around, nothing. And that is a continuous issue since the Lampard era, where after we go a goal up, like it seems that we just become too content, and then bang, the other team hits us cash money, right? So, and then obviously in the second half, we just continue being lethargic, not moving on. We're just dying, literally. And then he basically does our best right back goes for some reason to the fullback position, yeah, rather than just playing in Matson as a left back, yeah. And then he brings in Thiago Silva and plays this RC right back, basically. This RC right back.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, go ahead.
And it just made us worse, bro. It made us worse. Honestly, it actually made us so much worse, literally. And then, after that, you bring on Broha and Jackson, Broha and Madueke, and like, yes, Madueke made I felt the penalty. So a few good options that he did, which I was very happy about him about. Right, but bro was getting bodied, bro. Got bodied.
He's supposed to be good physically too, right?
And it's just really bad. Jackson missed that
Your
goal.
microphone.
So Jackson missed that goal, of course. And then there's obviously the offside goal, which was even fluky. The offside goal, offside goal is very fluky, by the way, as well. If you're being honest about that as well. But like when it comes down to it, bro, there's no tactics. There's nothing being played right now. Like we were not. I don't know what we were playing in the second half. Even in the first half, I don't know what we were playing. And that's what it is for me. You know what I'm saying? And for me personally, when it comes down to it, who has he improved in this team? And when you look at that goal, for example, that's something that you speak about on the I don't know why people aren't speaking about that. That goal, the goal equalizer, how that's really a communication problem. That's something that again, back on the training ground where the players need to be communicating better need to be speaking with each other better where they do it right. Because for me, Badi Shaw wasn't heading the ball because he felt that Mateta, he knew where Mateta was going. He wasn't heading the ball into the goal. So he was like, I don't need to actually meet with him on top. So that's why he didn't try to meet with him. And I just felt like Cole should have just laid back. But because Cole was, I think the thing with Cole was I think was so worried that about what was happening that he rushed towards the ball and not thought about the man.
Almost.
Yeah. And I think if the only comment you can make maybe is that Caicedo should have tucked in upon seeing that, because then he noticed, because he was looking and he noticed that Olise was free. So Caicedo should have done a better job there of really running at Olise to try to at least do something to get him off at the very least. At least attempt something to happen there. Obviously, that's non-pen related, of course. Now, we didn't know why people keep on saying it's mainly Poch's fault. Yes, he made some head-scratching decisions, though he is putting the players in a position to score. I don't know what to say to you, mate. The only opportunity that I scored to score was the Mudryk, the obviously the Matson chance, and then the Madueke, and the Jackson chance. What can you tell me about any other chances that existed in that game?
And Inkunku had a really good chance too, if you didn't mention.
And the Inkunku chance. So yeah,
that made me laugh. That made me laugh.
But like really, other than that, like, let's be honest.
The Wolves.
Let's be honest.
That's a different game, so one was saying that.
But I'm talking about this game. Yeah. Really had 3 chances, and like if you're being honest, right? I'm talking about big chances, Chris. Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I thought first half we was fully dominating.
And then
it took a little bit though, Chris.
No, I hear what Chris is saying.
Like,
I can kind of hear what he's saying, but like it's all well and good, saying 3 clear-cut chances. Why haven't they scored? Why hasn't Jackson scored? But like, are these players even? We can criticize them for not scoring, but at the same time, we need to also have a balance in the sense of, are these players themselves confident right now?
Go ahead and give your analysis, man.
Well, like in the first half, I actually thought we was actually dominating. I
agree. But after the first goal, in it, Chris.
Yeah, it's the goal what let Chelsea down in the second half. To be honest, we lacked. I actually don't think I actually blamed Chilwell, because Chilwell actually marked the guy, and Chile was actually just nowhere in the middle of nowhere, so he's just marking.
Do you know why I didn't mark? Do you know what I was saying that, Chris? The reason I disagreed with you, because you know what I was saying about that thing here was Badi Shield let Mateta head the ball, because Mateta wasn't going for the actual header. He was trying to roll it off to the person behind him. That's why Badi Shield didn't meet him for the header.
But if he didn't go for it though, he's still not marking. I understand that. If he's not going for it, like he's waiting for seeing what he's doing. But maybe Cole should have stayed wide and like.
No, that's the point. That's the point. Like, it was really a communication error. That's what I was saying. For me, it was a communication error, because Badi Shield should have told Cole to stay where he is, because Mateta wasn't going to actually head the ball. You can literally see it.
From there, I don't think. He just bounced off to another guy and scored it.
Yeah, he was trying to do the flick on to the actual to the far post, because he knew Olise was waiting for it over there.
Yeah, but like that first half, we actually deserved to be probably winning 2-0 in that first half. I thought Nkunku's chance, he should have done better there, but Nkunku's just came back from an injury. He hasn't played all season either, but Nkunku actually did play well as well. I'm not like saying Nkunku played bad. I actually thought Nkunku was like roaming everywhere. He was involved in a lot of it. He was like that guy in the middle to have. But yeah, like first half we walked away 1-1. Second half I actually did predict. When I was talking to Kai, when I was like watching the game, I said it'd be 2-1, but I didn't actually see the goal coming like in the second half, because we was just bad as Crystal Palace in the half. We was just woeful. Like, we were creating nothing in that second half. Jackson actually, I thought Jackson played well. His link up was good. His passing was good. I don't think Jackson really had any chances. He was offside for one of the goals, and he was offside just about. His knee let him down. Did Jackson actually have any chances? Because I'm trying to actually think. Because I don't think Jackson.
Before you answer that,
he had a one-on-one. He had a one-on-one.
Big up, Lewis with the raid. Thank you, appreciate it. Much love, everyone coming here from the Lewis raid. Smash up those likes. Big up to Lewis. Appreciate it, brother. We're going to be talking about the game. We just started the stream. We're discussing the summary of everyone's summary of the match, pretty much. And big up to Lewis. Smash up the like. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. We do Chelsea content here. very often. But go ahead, Chris. Finish your finish.
I thought Mudryk had a good game as well. I didn't understand why actually Poch actually benched him from last game, because Mudryk is actually scoring a few goals in the last few games. He's playing well. He's tracking back well. Like you said, who's man of the match? Gusto was my man of the match. He was unreal on the right. He was good on the left. He was good going forward. He's good going defending. He was doing everything right. He was our best player. And even subbing on Thiago Silva. I thought Silva had a great impact in the game, to be honest. He actually did a few good through balls. You might have a different opinion, but like he did 2 great through balls. There's 1-2 Jackson, obviously he's offside, and the 1-2 the other guy who was he threw balled in the second one, and we didn't score it. I think Brozier. He threw ball Brozier, and Brozier missed the shot. That was a great ball again. I don't think he was actually. I thought it was a good impact anyway, but I don't think we actually needed Thiago Silva to come on. It didn't make any sense, but. We got away with a penalty as well, and I thought, Madueke, he was there to make a statement, because he was actually playing well when he came on. I will admit, like, he played well. Took the penalties well. He probably said, let me take the penalty, because I couldn't think who was going to take it, to be honest. I thought Jackson
it was Connor's choice. Poch told I have a somewhere.
Wait, do you? Okay.
Yeah, I saw it somewhere.
Madueke making a statement, man. But I do hope to see maybe Madueke get more minutes. He should get more minutes as a player. Like I wish Matson could play left back. Madueke could have played on the right. We go more attacking that way. But that's the man's choice. He got the result at least, just about. Luckily, yeah. One of them games, yeah. We'll move on to the next. We can go on from this, and hopefully we can build some confidence. How many times we say that, I don't know.
My friend, what are your thoughts on the game?
Poch, first and foremost. I thought first half was very good. For the most part. I thought we did a lot in terms of like the three of Inkunku, Jackson, and Mudryk was really good. I thought they were connecting really well. The link up was really nice. The chances they were creating was good. Gusto was incredible. Like the whole game was unbelievable.
Agreed.
And then we can see that goal just on half time through a kind of a series of poor errors. And then come out in the second and just. We've been saying it all season. Like, I don't know what this manager is doing at halftime. I don't know what he's saying to these players. I don't know what is going on. But we come out and we just look so lethargic. We look terrible. It looks completely horrible. And then this manager decides to ruin everything. Like, he manages to ruin every single piece of good play we have. Every time we're playing well, every time we have momentum, this manager ruins it. He takes off our left back, who was having a bad game, but instead of playing Matson at left back, he decides to put on Thiago Silva, and then put Disasi at right back and Gusto to left back, because that makes sense, and then takes our right winger off to put Lavia in midfield, which I liked Lavia coming on, but to put Lavia in midfield, to move Inkunku to right wing to accommodate Gallagher in the 10.
Wait, Scott, Lavia played up in the forward position? I thought it was
No, Lavia was in midfield. Lavia and Caicedo was in pivot.
Yeah, that's not right, though.
And he put Gallagher in the 10, and he moved Nkunku out to the right wing. And Nkunku in that second half until he came off was a complete ghost.
Yeah.
A complete ghost.
He's way better in the central, I agree. He's more involved.
So so the one guy that we were waiting on to fix the team, the one guy that we were waiting on and you kept saying we needed in this team to perform, we needed Nkunku. You put him out of position, you made him worse to accommodate Gallagher. Fuck this manager. I don't care that we won. We won and it's cool and all. This manager needs to go. He needs to go.
I mean, listen, I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all. But let's actually discuss this, because that's the one thing I wanted to hit on, which was a positive today, for good or for worse. I mean, I think it's a little pathetic that you need one player to make your style of play or your system work, Poch. But all right, whatever. I mean, today we saw, I guess you could say, the impact that Inkunku has in this team. I think in the attack, we looked a lot more fluid thanks to Inkunku. And mind you, this guy is not fully match sharp. he's not fully match fit either. But you could tell, like today, the link-up play he had with Jackson, the link-up play he had with Mudryk. You saw how dynamic it was when we involved Malo Gusto in there, and we actually have fullbacks. It was just overall good. And I'll get on Jackson, but hey, today I know he missed. I was saying as a joke on the Discord, as long as you don't give this guy a shot on goal, he's playing really well. Like his link-up play today was phenomenal. His tackling was phenomenal. Interceptions, ability to maintain the ball, maintain possession. I would say it would have been really brilliant if Inkunku actually made contact with that ball and got a shot on goal for Jackson's play. But unfortunately, like I said, Inkunku was just not match sharp. So yeah, he missed the ball, unfortunately. But I mean, overall, this guy made a huge impact in today's game, and I didn't expect it to be like that drastic. That first half, we looked really good. Like I was really happy with the way we were playing in that first half. Of course, we need to put away our chances, but I was happy with the way the attack was playing in that first half. Do you guys agree with that? You want to add on to that?
Yeah, you talk about Pochettino's man management. We've seen it all season. Like start from get go, Chilwell left wing and stuff like that.
Sure.
Like it's something what Pochettino, and I don't get it because I never really see Pochettino do this at any other club, as I'm aware. Like he might have done it at PSG, but I didn't see him do it at Tottenham, to be honest. So I don't get it. Like even the substitution state, I didn't think he needed to put on Thiago Silva. I honestly didn't. I said, why are you bringing on Thiago Silva? We literally won what? Like, are you looking for a draw or something? But I didn't think Thiago Silva played bad. He actually did a few good through balls and stuff like that. I don't know I don't think he did anything wrong, to be honest. But
what about Inkunku?
But Inkunku, like him helping the team, yeah, I saw from like even the get go from the Newcastle game when he came on, like he looked he actually we played a lot better in attack when he got subbed on, and when we played against Wolverhampton, he actually got a goal in that game. He almost got 2 goals in that game as well. He almost saved us in that game. Yeah, I think Inkunku is obviously going to be like he's the more experienced attacker in this team. Obviously Sterling's experienced, but Sterling's a very inconsistent player. But he's one of the most experienced attackers we have, so I kind of expect him, to be one of them players, to step up and actually, show something more, over Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer's going to show inconsistency. He's like 19 years old. Whenever Madueke's going to play, he's probably going to show inconsistency as well. Mudryk is going to show inconsistency as well because they're just very inexperienced players. But Nkunku, he's done this for 2 seasons at Leipzig for sure, Champions League and all that. Like I see it, like his pass, and he's always roaming around. He's always looking for that pass to, to pass on to the next player, to help the team move forward anyway. So, yeah, like I can see it strongly. I think any Chelsea fan can see it. I know all of you can see it. But yeah,
I know it's early doors, but like with Inkunku, I'm hoping we can maintain it this way. But now, do people okay? I know it's early doors, like I said, but maybe now people start to see why letting go of Gallagher is not going to hurt us. If we have Inkunku fit and playing in that number 10 position, I think he's far more effective for the attack than Gallagher is.
Yeah.
With Gallagher as well. I understand why Gallagher's been playing so much lately. Well, the last this whole season because
we have injuries.
Yeah, we've had injuries. We have no Lavia because I think Lavia's obviously not way ahead, but he's ahead of Gallagher as a player. Even Lavia today, he's shown it today as a player. I can see it. He's going to be a better player than Gallagher. We have Enzo and Caicedo. They're ahead of Gallagher. Gallagher is a bench player, but if somehow Poch actually squeezes Gallagher in whenever he's fit, I don't know how he's done that because these players are a lot better than him.
And plus, with players like people like a Gallagher, whether people want to admit it or not, this guy he works hard. He works hard in training, and to the best of his reason why managers, coaches love players like a Gallagher, players like a Mount or a Bruno is because to the best of their ability, they will do everything they can to, execute the system or the tactic or the formation. Whether or not they're actually good at doing that's a different conversation, obviously. But they will actually stick to their plan and do what they have to do to execute it. My thoughts on the game, if I'm allowed to give it real quick, it was. I'm just happy that we actually like got the result and got the win over the line.
Yeah.
But Noni came on and actually made a difference. I'm happy for him because he has unfairly not been getting chances. This should have been a game today where he actually started, but he came on and you saw there was a bit of a fire in him. And
Yeah.
even without the penalty, he was desperately trying to make a difference. I thought Lavio was actually decent when he came on, to be fair. So I think he's been injured and hadn't got any minutes. And Inkunku looked good. There were good and bad parts from Jackson, but all in all, if that goal stands, he ends up scoring the winner. My man of the match, Malo Gusto. Happy people are seeing how good this guy is, man. He's a very, very talented fullback. Brilliant going forward, and even going over to play left back, and he still looked quite natural as well. Credit to him. I'm hoping that we can do something like that with our scouting and find another left back. Because Poch, for some reason, doesn't rate Cucurella. He sees Chilwell as a winger, and he persists with playing Colwell there. So we can find another gem like that. That would be brilliant. Or just more gems in general, where we don't necessarily have to be spending big money, but we can find gems from places and actually that are actually ready to come straight in. But yeah, I'm just happy. Like regardless of like the performance maybe not being the best and Poch playing against us with the substitutions that he made, I'm happy ultimately that we actually got the result. Because that's all for me. That's all it's been about for the past few weeks now. Get the result over the line. I don't really care about performance because when I think about the performance, it will just get me annoyed. So,
yeah. I mean, even though like lately the performances have been getting really annoying, I can't. Based on what I saw the first half when Poch was actually playing Inkunku in the 10 and all that, like we looked good. Like we looked competent going forward, which now in hindsight, maybe, and again, this isn't to compliment Poch. I think there's a lot of criticism to be had about Poch being that like, if your system is so highly dependent on the number 10, are you really as good of a manager to be managing at this level? And you can see now that Poch desperately needed a number 10 that was like Inkunku, that maybe Carney also put a dent into things, because Carney, similar to Inkunku, not anywhere close to Inkunku, obviously, but similar to Inkunku, is more forward thinking, attack proud when it comes to this system. Whereas Gallagher, don't get me wrong, Gallagher does have his assist here and there and his moment of brilliance here and there, but you can tell he's more suited for this defensive 10 or like intercepting you up on your side of the pitch and the opponent's pitch and starting like a counterattack kind of chance, which isn't
as well.
more of a press, which I don't think Inkunku isn't
bad.
able to give you that,
But the reason why I don't hear that, Marshall, is that we near the end of the window we brought in Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer could have been playing in that 10, and if Poch wasn't stubborn and he had played Madueke on the right hand side, or even play Matson out there, you now then have a balance and you have a creative source in the forward line. So
can I say how often does
Poch can try and say Inkunku has hindered us. What's hindered us more is him being stubborn and not using the players that we have that could have been
100%. I 100% agree. Yeah, I don't think Poch helps his case at all. Chris, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, like, with Cole Palmer at Man City, you only see him a handful of times, but he's mainly on the right. Like, you don't really see him playing central. I can see his best position is a right. Like, when he plays central, he can have an okay game, but, like, I don't know. It's just when he's on the right. That's why I understand, like, Gallagher playing the central 10, because he does that pressing really well. He can actually assist still. He's actually our top assister, actually, somehow. But yeah, like, when Carney was there, Carney was actually the guy as a 10, but then he got injured, so we had to fall to Gallagher. Gallagher was the third choice for that 10 position. But Gallagher was also playing still. He was playing as a 6 next to Enzo. So yeah, like Gallagher's just gonna be one of those players who's useful, like in a way for managers because he does a lot of work, like as a 10, as a 6, as an 8, wherever you want him to play. But I just don't think Gallagher's gonna be a main star when everybody's fit.
Yeah, I mean, we'll also get on Lavia a little bit later in the show, but that is one thing like that I was hoping happens over the course of time when you have Lavia fit. Which I was surprised Lavia played 30 minutes today, but you know what? Maybe he's more ahead in his fitness than everyone anticipated, which is good for us because Lavia looked good. But we'll discuss Lavia. When Lavia's fit, when Caicedo is fit, when Nkunku's fit, when Enzo's fit, I hope Poch comes to his senses and doesn't actually try to accommodate for Gallagher in this team. If anything, you should be accommodating for Inkunku, not for Gallagher. So,
I disagree.
And that's in that let me know how you disagree. But in that second half, when you shift over Inkunku to the right wing, which I don't think he's ever played at right wing, but correct me if I'm wrong. He's only normally played left forward, left wing, striker, and number 10. But when you move him over to the right wing and you shift Gallagher over to that 10 position, which has been his best position this season, at that point you're accommodating for Gallagher, who is nowhere near the same player that Inkunku is. And he's not better than Inkunku. So why are you accommodating for not your best player? It just baffles me. But Prime, you disagree with my analysis there? Go ahead.
Oh, no, not strong wording. What you're saying is is logical. But
Yeah.
If we're gonna, let's just be real with ourselves. Poch is not the most logical thinking guy.
Unfortunately,
what he would do is, I think what he did in the second half, he brought on Lavia with Caicedo in midfield. He kept Gallagher as the 10, and he pushed Inkunku out wide to the right. I think that's what he will do. He'll have Inkunku probably off the right, Sterling off the left. I think that's what he will probably, or Jackson won't play up top and it'll be Inkunku up top and Palmer off the right. I think like he's gonna, because there's a reason why Gallagher's our third choice captain. He could have given that armband to Sterling, who has been playing more or less every game for us this season. He could have given it to Thiago Silva. He could have given it to other players who have been playing a lot of games this season, but he chose to give it to Gallagher for a reason.
Yeah. I mean, if he drops Paul, I don't see him dropping Palmer, but I can see is the second option that you said, which is shifting Inkunku to the striker position and then maybe playing Gallagher as a 10, which again, I don't agree with that.
Because Jackson's going to AFCON. He's going. He's going.
That's likely to happen. I agree. That is likely to
Sure
happen.
ain't being the main guy. I'm sorry, he's not being the main guy up top. He's gonna be coming on as a bench player, but that's about it. Unless he proves himself somehow. I don't see it, but yeah, like it's definitely happening. Marshall Gallagher's still gonna be fitted in until like whenever, like next season or the end of this season. I don't know, but Gallagher's
because Poch doesn't want, because Poch disagrees with us selling Gallagher in January. He wants to keep him. So Poch
I understand why managers want him.
We could have given our third choice captain could have been Chilwell. He's been playing every game this season, more or less. So, but he gave it to Gallagher for a reason. He sees Gallagher as a part or a key part of this 11. He wants Gallagher to play. He wants Gallagher to stay. So I think Poch will do everything he can to not sell him in January. Well, drop Mudryk, Kuku up top.
Inkunku does play left before.
I don't think he's going to drop Sterling.
Up
that's
front,
what you're implying, Oliver.
No. He's saying Sterling off the left.
I don't know how you can drop Mudryk though. Like, because the last 3 games and he didn't start. Obviously, the game at Wolves. He scored 2 goals for Chelsea. He saved Chelsea.
Oliver doesn't want to drop Mudryk, but
yeah, I know.
Not Palmer. Pochettino does.
Oh yeah, Sterling's still in the team as well. Sterling's definitely getting shouts in the team because it's Sterling, of course. But obviously still
And
needs
also-
to not do stupid things like that against
Chilwell
Wolves.
is coming
Yeah.
back from injury too soon enough. So
That's
where
gonna be
is
an
he
interesting
actually
one.
gonna? Will Chilwell be playing left wing? Will he go back and play left back?
Honestly, if he plays Chilwell at left window prime, he can get the fuck out of Chelsea after that, because like it was not working after that Liverpool game, and
Yeah.
every person, even I don't know how Poch didn't see that. He did bench Chilwell before his injury, so what gives me hope he's not going to do it again. He didn't use him.
But
Why
that's
is he-
also what gives me hope, Prime, that he's going to bench Gallagher, because he's not afraid to bench Chilwell, who was the vice captain.
Yeah,
I honestly don't remember Chilwell getting benched.
he did.
Yeah, he got benched.
How long was he
I
benched
know.
for?
It was a couple of games, and then he.
Two games in a row, I'm pretty sure.
And how did he get
Something like
injured? Did he just come on or something? Or
I think he got
don't-
injured in training. Or
Was
no,
it Chilwell?
I think he got
don't-
injured coming on as a sub.
Yeah, I thought it was coming
I
on.
don't trust that with Poch, so I don't know that.
No, I get you.
I don't trust it.
Yeah, but I mean, on the topic of fullbacks, by the way, I do want to take a moment to appreciate Malagusto, because this guy's been a phenomenal signing for Chelsea this season. We got Mozo Football here with a tweet. Malagusto registered more successful passes, 9 out of 9. I'm assuming that's what it is, and more successful interceptions, 3 than any other player for either Chelsea or Crystal Palace. He was also 100% on his successful tackles and registered 8 ball recoveries. Man of the match. No, he was phenomenal today, and he deserved the assist that he got. It's nice to actually have attacking fullbacks when fullbacks actually do that. And like, this does frustrate me, because although Matson didn't have a good game today, I'm not gonna push too much. I'm not gonna put too much onus on him, because not only is his position left back, and yes, he's played left wing, he isn't necessarily a right winger, and he was playing primarily on the right today. It's not his position. And so, like, I'm not gonna like go crazy or heavily criticize Matson for today's game. It is what it is. We needed someone in that position. You arguably should have started off with Madueke, but for whatever reason, Poch just doesn't rate him. Lo and behold, he comes in and saves the day for him, and saves his job, to be honest. But this guy, Malo Gusto, man, I am so happy we got this signing. He has been absolutely phenomenal as a player. Like, what he can do in attack, how sound he is defensively, like, on his way, if he keeps this up, I think on his way to being a world-class right back. And I'm not afraid to say that with Chess.
Bro, been telling people about him. Been telling people
he's
about my
good.
boy.
Mhm.
I just, it's the potency we could have if Poch just played Matson at left back. I know Matson may not be the best defensively, but you can make up with that by if you play Caicedo and Lavia as a double pivot in midfield, you can make up for that and play Matson as a left back. And just tell him and Gusto to just bomb forward and stretch the pitch. But yeah, I'm so happy that we have Gusto. Like, James now being like injured and stuff, it's not a problem. It's not something that we should be discussing and complaining about.
Like, he really does make that position competitive for Reece James. This guy actually gives Reece James a run for his money. Believe what you want, do all the hype and all the glazing for Reece and all that, which, don't get me wrong, when Reece is fit, I rate him. He's a phenomenal right back. But this guy's really good too. So there's proper competition in that right back position.
Super windy, man.
What?
I can hear the wind outside. Nah, it's blowing
You
hard.
outside? Pause.
No, but I feel like I am outside, man. It's from here, actually. I feel like a tree's gonna fly through the window or something.
I hope that doesn't happen to you. But
Hey, we outside for Gusto, man. Let's go.
yeah,
Sorry.
James hasn't been a good level in a while. Probably last season
No,
wasn't at his best,
but
and this season either.
He still had great games this season. You forgot like Liverpool.
Man
and
City
England
was a
City.
good game.
And the Liverpool game before he got injured.
He
Liverpool was
wasn't
okay.
great against Liverpool. Let's not catch.
Yes, he
Yeah,
was.
Liverpool was okay.
He was good. He was good against
Liverpool. No, but it wasn't a great game.
Man City was his best game, easily.
Yeah, Man City was.
Well, yeah. I can say Man City is the best game, but like he hasn't played poorly or nothing. Like he's still been at a great level this season. It's just
What has it? Do you not remember the game before City he played? Was it Blackburn? where he dropped the silver.
Yes, but that's it's just one of those games. It's Blackburn. Like I don't think they really even tried hard.
One of those games. You're making excuses for this.
No,
guy,
but it's Blackburn. Come on, like I'm not even gonna look too detailed.
it's
Like
Blackburn. He should dominate that game.
No, but you act like
Chris, what are we saying, Chris?
You act like players that actually give 100% every game. They
No,
don't.
but Chris,
They don't.
you said he's been
Even
great all
not-
season.
They
You
don't.
name games where he hasn't been great, and now all of a sudden you're making excuses.
Bro,
I'm not
even at
making
50%, Chris, he should still be able to do something against Blackburn. No disrespect to Blackburn. Hey, come on.
You look too deep into the Blackburn game. It's just Blackburn. Just relax on that, yeah.
Not just Blackburn, but okay.
Like it's the big games this season where I've noticed him still.
Chris, talk to me about Malo Gusto, goddammit. Stop glazing over Reese.
Glazing over Reese. No, like like I didn't know about the guy before he signed. Like I heard things about like his attacking ability, but this season we've been seeing more defensive ability by Gusto.
Oh, yeah,
it's
for
actually Ahmeds was here before. Obviously, Ahmeds was actually quite how shocked defensively Gusto's been this season.
I wasn't.
Well, well, like, because if you look at him attacking wise last season, like with his other team, like he was unreal. And this season, he's still attacking well. Like even today, he was unreal going forward from the left and right. By the looks of it, he is versatile. Like he can play on the left, so that's actually pretty good, you know, in the future. Because, say for example, Reece James is fully fit. Gusto can maybe play on the left back as well. We could see in those situations where we see both of them.
No, we're not doing that. No.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
No, because Reece James doesn't start now. No.
Yes, no, okay, fine. He doesn't. Reece James, one of our best players at Chelsea, doesn't start for Chelsea. No man just gonna like not use him. Okay.
Not until he proves himself. No.
He's proves himself as a player. The only thing what's wrong about Reece James is how injury prone he is.
Chris,
If you want to say,
you gotta give it to Prime.
Well, no, I don't have to give Prime.
Wait,
no, but it's not about Malo Gusto. No, I would say start both. I say start both. Because we don't trust Cucurella, we don't trust Chilwell, we don't trust Matson. Okay, who else do we use? I would have
that's smart from what
like he plays good at left back. I can see that, and when you see like them two playing left back and right back, I'm just saying I said it, and you guys
what
don't know
happens? But if both get injured, then you risk both right backs.
If both get injured, like anyone in this team gets injured. Like name a person who ain't really getting
so
injured in this team, except for
why
Gallagher.
play both at the same time? Then you're left with Disasi at right back.
But he doesn't trust any left back in this team. He only trusts Colwell at left back for some reason.
Well, why would he trust a right back at left back?
Because you've seen him this season. He's been unreal at left back against Newcastle, and in this game, he's actually played really good at left back. I'm surprised how well he's playing left back. I'm not saying By the way, I'm not saying played Gusto at left back all the time. I'm just saying you could see that happen a few times because Gusto is a versatile player by the looks of it. He can play left back as well. We are seeing like. I know it's like going on to Reece James, of course. I don't want to bring it to Reece James, of course, but Reece James is going to be a main guy in this team if he stays fully fit. It's Reece James you're forgetting.
If.
Yes,
anyway,
I know. It's if.
Marshall, you were saying something. You've got to give it to someone.
Listen, but here's the thing. You got to give it to Prime. With the way Malo Gusto's been playing, he gives Reece James a run for his money. Like you could make the argument argument that he is better than Reece James, and it's going to depend on form.
He's not a better right back than Reece James still. Like Reece James can do everything.
What makes you say that?
Right. And what we've seen from Reece James as a player, like Reece James defensively is one of the most solid players, and going forward he can whip in crosses from anywhere as well, like Trent.
Okay, so you just said Reece James gives you everything. Okay, what has Malo Gusto not giving you?
Today.
Not today. Stop. Not today. I mean in general. This season, what have you from what you've seen of Malo Gusto this season so far? Because this is the only real, eye test that we have, right? What have you seen from Malo Gusto this season that Reece James doesn't give you?
This season, no, he's actually done a bit of everything as well, like Reece James. But Reece James is just that right back.
So then, why are you arguing? Why are
no,
you
it's
arguing?
not arguing.
Like,
I'm not saying Gusto doesn't do everything. Of course he does.
Everything
I'm still saying Reece James as a player is still ahead of him.
Everything we say Reece James can do, Malo Gusto has been doing this season. He's defensively.
That's what I'm saying.
He's defensively good as well. I know.
He's pocketed the best wingers in the Premier League. Mitoma, Martinelli. In the second half when he had to mark out Olise, he's pocketed the best wingers in the Premier League. But showing that he can go forward and provide assists.
based on what Prime is saying, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not
Oh,
just as
I
simple.
agree how good Gusto is, by the way.
No, I know you do, but it's
like
not
Gusto.
as simple. It's not as simple as like Reece. As soon as he's fit, he starts.
Not
no,
soon
like
as
I
he
think
fit.
it's
No, not soon, because that's too soon as well. It's just when
even
he
if
gets more
he's
fit.
fully fit.
Right.
Even if he's fully fit, I don't think it's as straightforward as you saying that he's guaranteed to just start immediately. I think he has stiff competition, and he's gonna have to prove himself again.
He's gonna
Yeah.
prove himself. Don't worry about that. Reece James is one of the best right backs in the world when he's literally fully fit. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it like that. I'm not even worried about that.
Oliver, that's
No,
another good point
Chris,
from Oliver as
But
well.
are you thinking he's actually not gonna replace Gusto as
I
right
don't
back
think
in the
I don't
future?
think out replace, but it
crazy.
is gonna be like
Gusto
it's not as
is a great
straightforward as
option.
like I get it. I don't think it's outright replace, but I think it's not as straightforward as like, oh, as soon as Reece James is fully fit and can play 90 minutes and is at his best, he's gonna automatically get Gusto's place.
I hear that what Oliver says, by the way. Yes, he's quicker than Reece James. He's more. Yes, he has some things over Reece,
I
of course.
think he's out.
Like I
I
said, Reece
think
James is
he's
a stronger
outright-
right back in him and all that. But
I think he's outright replaced. Also, by the way, what else he has over
yeah.
James?
we'll see, fam.
We've got Gusto doesn't have a temper. He's not a hothead.
Yeah, Gusto's
He doesn't
19.
lose
Right?
his cool.
Oh, is it 20?
Reece
I thought it was
James,
19.
no, but Reece James, like, he can get sometimes he can get like a bit emotional, and like
Who?
Yeah, we have seen that. We have seen that. He did get himself sent off against Newcastle.
There was a mistake as well where Gusto cost us a goal where he fouled someone. I forgot what game it was. I'm really trying to remember it. But like I'm pretty sure we talked about it on this channel as well, like where he fouled and they scored from a corner, a free kick, and they headed it in. But he's not really done many mistakes. So I'm not
Chris,
really.
I will help your argument here. What I will say,
yeah.
What I will say, in turn, what favors Reece over Gusto is Reece's ability to finish and shoot. He does have that over Gusto. So as an attacking option, I would say. Maybe you might be right. I'll give you that as well. I'll give you that. Like, Gusto, we need to see more crossing, but I will say, like, when it comes in terms of attack,
on the ball, Gusto's more agility. Like on the
Reece
ball, like
James, I think in terms of an attacking option is probably the better option as a right back than Gusto. But Gusto isn't too far off from that.
He's a quicker player. He can trap back a lot quicker than Reece as well, of course.
Listen,
like stuff like that.
I love Reece, but in terms of like his ability and what he can do when he's 100% fit, but like he's not. He's not right now over Gusto. No, even if Reece was fit right now to play and to start next game, I'm still not putting him over.
Just call me crazy. I play both. I play both right and left. Not every game, but I play. I would no, because they're both really good. They're both really good.
Unless we're playing a back three, like there's no reason.
Well, Reece a centre back or something.
There's no reason to have them both on the field at the same time. There's no reason.
No, but like I wouldn't mind having both. Like
I think it's dumb. I think it's dumb to risk both.
On the bench all
Chris,
the time,
I think it's really dumb to risk.
Wait,
I get it,
you
Chris.
think he's
but I think
replaced Reece though? You want Reece on the bench all
holy
the time?
shit, Chris! Can you let other people talk? Holy fuck! I'm just trying to tell you, Chris. I think it would be silly to risk both your best right back options to just play them at the same time. I think if it was another manager, if it was you, Chris, you would actually play a left back at left back. And you wouldn't have this issue. We have to play both.
Yeah, but I know it's easy to say like play players on their position. Of course, I would literally give Matson a chance at left back and see what he can do, because I don't know why Poch ain't done that. Because if there's a reason behind it, like defensively, like obviously Cole was a better defender than Matson.
Look at Reece James' kingdom trying to come for me, stick to being a YouTuber and never getting it. Listen, Gusto's better than Reece James.
Oh, we are on YouTube, man.
All right. Well, let's. Speaking of a left back, by the way, I do want to bring this up. And listen, again, I don't think it's much fault on him because he's being played completely out of position, and this just makes him look worse than before. But Ian Matson registered 0% on his successful duels, successful take-ons, and successful tackles in a single half of football and the Premier League. Yeah, he didn't look good, but again, he's being played on the right wing. It's already hard enough for him to be asked to play on the left wing, and he's so used to playing at left back last season with Burnley, and now you're asking him to play not only out of position but on a complete opposite position that he's used to. And yeah, no shit, he's gonna fucking perform like this. He didn't look good today, and I was hoping he would look good, because I think when Matson is played properly, and we've seen him being played at left back last game. What was our last game, guys? I forgot. Fuck.
Well, our last Wolves where we lost.
Yeah. When he came on and we looked a little better with him, at left back. Like I just like even today,
even the
like
Newcastle game we played at left back.
even
I'm
today,
pretty
the
sure.
goal we conceded. Like I get what Colwell was trying to do, but what he did was the instinct of a center back. I don't think if you play a proper left back, Colwell makes the mistake of running forward and mistiming or misjumping for that headed ball. And then you have Elise, who's a baller, fucking score. Scott, did you want to add on to this?
Like he struggled a bit, but just I don't know. I just don't expect him to do a lot of right wing, considering like this is his it is his first start of the season.
Wait, didn't he start against Brentford?
No, he came off the bench. This is his first start of the season.
The Premier
yeah,
League.
but- yeah, first. No, I think it's his first start at all.
I think he started in against Wimbledon FC or whatever. Yeah.
Could have. I don't remember that because that's like crazy.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up while Scott.
I was gonna say Scott, but sorry. Like I thought, like if you play Matson as a left winger, like like from the left side, maybe he would have had a better game because he could have been doing whipping and crosses from there, helping the defensive side from left side and tracking back. I thought like playing on the right side, a left back at right wing or whatever. I feel like that's worse than like actually playing left wing. A left wing, he maybe could have done a better job, but like you said, he did struggle at right wing, and it's not his fault. But that's what I thought Poch should have done anyway today if he's going to play him at attack or something.
No, he should have just played him a left back.
Yeah.
Right. Excuse me. He should just play him a left back because he's a left back. Then yeah, just. I don't know. What I find funny is just the guy that this guy's ostracized the whole season was the guy that saved it for him today. Like it's just I just find it quite funny. Like MADUEKE should have started the game. Like yeah.
By the way, you're right.
Just this manager.
That was his
like,
first start.
Makes too many stupid.
Oh really?
This manager just makes too many stupid decisions. Like he takes Colwell off every single game, so it's obvious that something isn't going right with Colwell. Because he takes him off every game, he takes him off, and yet every game he starts him at left back.
Wait,
I'm just tired of it.
Most games, basically.
He took
I'm not
off.
noticing that.
Yeah, he does.
He
take
takes off
Colwell
Colwell
pretty
at most
frequently.
games. He takes off Colwell most games, so it's quite
Yeah,
obvious.
I know
Why
what
would
you
you take him off if he's playing well? It ain't an injury thing, so why would you take him off? So it obviously isn't playing well, but then he keeps playing him left back the whole time, and it's just annoying because like. You've got a good player there. We saw that last season, and he's just being made to look like shit, and like by playing out of position every week. And it's just then you'll have you have idiots saying that he's not a good player. When he is a good player, he's just not a good left back, and
Yeah.
it's just up. Like none of our defense today was good, particularly outside of Gusto.
Yes,
It's just annoying, man. Like, it's a weird feeling to come out of this game because, like, I should be happy and I am with the win, but this manager man just makes things like I'm just so deflated because of this manager.
It's exhausting. Like it's literally exhausting. Like on the topic of the defense as well. One thing that again, like I'm so tired of having to discuss this over and over and over again when it comes to the center backs. Poch, can you please stop with the center back roulette? Pick two, stick with them until one gets injured, please, or one goes to AFCON or whatever. Or actually, none of them are going to AFCON. None of them are going away.
Jackson's
So like
gonna
today,
We're only losing one. We're literally only losing one player to AFCON.
Yeah.
Jackson. Just Jackson. Yeah, he's the only one. And it's just like, again, we look at the lineup today and I'm like, well, okay, why didn't you just stick with Silva and Disasi? If this is the pairing that you like the most, just stick with Silva and Disasi. Now he goes Badiashile and Disasi. Guarantee you the next game that's not going to be the same pairing. And that should be the pairing going forward because we want to phase out Thiago Silva, which, listen, despite what Chris said earlier, I think Thiago Silva was okay. He did have a moment where he did have a blunder, but regardless, like, he didn't cost us anything. But regardless, like, I just don't understand why this guy can't just stick with a goddamn center back pairing. And I don't know who knows it, but I need to check this. I can't remember the last time Chelsea had a clean sheet this season.
Was it against Sheffield United?
Yeah, we have one against Sheffield United.
yeah, against Sheffield.
Sheffield United at home 2 weeks ago, or a week ago.
We haven't played 4 centre backs, right? We played 4 centre backs that game.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, big up the 4 centre backs, you know.
Yeah, and then prior to Sheffield, our last clean sheet was against Fulham.
Yeah,
back in October.
We need to play 4 centre backs more, man, to get those clean sheets.
It's just ridiculous, man. At least in the league. I don't know about the Carabao Cup, but it's just absurd. Our defense is Swiss cheese, and you wonder why. It's because you don't play the same center backs. You don't let them establish chemistry. You don't let them establish some type of bond or relationship, and then you wonder why, like, these guys have miscommunications and they just leave completely weird holes in the defense to allow stupid goals like today.
It's so frustrating because anything like good we may do in a game, like today, for example, today, for example, Madueke coming on and providing a bit of spark. Anything good that we may do in a game, we don't build on. Madueke won't. He probably won't be in the squad next game because players will be coming back from their suspensions, right?
Yeah,
he's still being the bench, surely. Like, he normally is on the bench, right?
Well, it's the pot. You can't really trust them. So
also, uncomfortable conversations.
No,
what Oliver just said as well.
There's nothing uncomfortable about it. He's making our players worse.
Badiashile has not looked anywhere. Well, okay, let me not over exaggerate either, but Badiashile has not looked as sharp as he did last season. He's been making an error almost every game.
I don't know. Like, since he had a big injury, right? Like, maybe it's just gonna take.
Yeah, he did his hamstring.
I'm just maybe go play Poch, a little bit of favor. Maybe he's just come back from a big injury and he's a bit rusty.
But I don't think the mistakes that Badiashile has been making are been cause of injury or like lack of
yeah, but like, okay,
It's
like
just
the last game.
sharpness.
The last game where Bansov is like, I can't blame that on Poch. Like, this game, maybe, like, not communicating all that. That's down to, like, maybe, like, I don't know what's happening in training and all
Chris,
that.
my point is, okay, think back to that Newcastle blunder, right? The one where he fumbled it with his legs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
If you have a defensive pairing that's consistent, then you have good communication, and then Thiago Silva maybe clears that before it even gets to Badiashile. But you can't establish that because the week before that, Thiago Silva was talking to the Sassy and not Badiashile.
Yeah, like, Badiashile obviously has not looked as good, and that can maybe obviously be passed down the Poch because we obviously don't like keep the same pairing at centre backs, and we play a left back at left. No, it's play a centre back at left back. Maybe that affects it somehow. But like some of the mistakes he's done this season, I'm not gonna blame like that on Poch. Like, it's just sometimes it's just clumsy mistakes.
I don't know.
Happens.
But it's not the clumsy mistakes. But these mistakes can be avoided, is what I'm trying to tell you. And it could be avoided if you just stick with a center back pairing that can communicate clearly. They establish some type of communication.
Yeah,
they establish a relationship. They already know what they're going to do. Like, I think in that instance, it was Thiago Silva and Badiashile trying to figure out, like, what are you going to do? If you have an established center back pairing, both your center backs already know what the other one's going to do, essentially. Like, yeah, mistakes still happen, but they're less likely to happen if you have that relationship, that synergy already going. At least I would like to argue that. C Nyack 24, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. 4.99. Poch has always been the issue. We can't assess the players correctly when playing out of position, like asking a down Jesus Christ person to pass to med school. Okay, big up, bro. I appreciate it.
What?
Jesus Christ, you super chat, bro. Oh my days. But sorry, that one took me off guard. I should have pre-read before I read it. But Surfer, I mean, my friend, you watched the game, you saw what we saw, or you maybe saw something different. Maybe you were watching Fatur in the stands. I don't know.
No.
What are your thoughts on
Actually,
this?
I missed him.
I did see him when we scored the goal. Not even Madueke goal. He was there.
Yeah, he's been spotted. but it's for the
Yeah.
offside goals, and so it's not going to
Oh,
count.
it was the offside goal. It was the offside goal. Yeah, you're right.
Offside so it's, fortunately for everyone, you're not going to see his big head appear on your screen anytime soon. So part of tonight, I've been, because I've got PS5 for Christmas, I've been switching stuff over in the PS4 and downloading new games. And I've got to tell you right now, downloading those games was more enjoyable for me, and I'm still downloading them, by the way, than this match. Let me break it down. The first 5 minutes, I thought we were trying to find our groove, and then we found it, and we played well, and we scored, created a couple more chances like that, good link up, and then they scored right at the end. The second half, we sort of came out as if we were like 4-0 down or something like that. The energy can be completely, I don't know if that because they scored right at the end to be taken out of them, fine. But I don't know what Poch said at halftime, but obviously he didn't get the reaction that he was looking for, because we came out, we were slow passing the ball, we didn't really do much. He then made the subs. I don't mind the subs he brought on. It was just the fact who he brought them on for, the positioning of moving Gusto to left back and have Disasi on the right, and then we sacrificed our right side for part of that game, which didn't make any sense whatsoever. I thought the whole back line, apart from Gusto, were crap tonight. Even the ones that came on, I thought they were crap, all of them. Petrovic had a decent game. I'm not wanting to answer for, oh, he was excellent. I didn't think he was tested.
His distribution was good.
Yeah, distribution was fine. So I don't have any issues with Petrovic. I don't feel any anxiety when he gets the ball or anything, which is probably a good thing. The midfield, Caicedo looked a bit off his game today in terms of maybe he's coming back from being ill or something like that. Maybe someone gave him an aspirin. Maybe that didn't help him, but it's all good. That's for Twitter people, if you know what that's referring to. Gallagher was just normal Gallagher for me, in terms of his distribution of the ball was really sideways and backwards. He was unlucky that he should have got an assist, really, because Jackson should have scored. Mudryk was good first half, second half, not so much. He left Matson out. Matson out to dry on that right hand side. I don't know what he thought he was getting from Matson whatsoever, and then didn't even drop him back to left back. Put Broho on, who didn't do much, and Madueke did well in terms of a few nice dribbles here and there. He won the penalty, which was a penalty, and thank God VAR is there, because if VAR wasn't there, then that penalty wouldn't have been given, guys. And
I thought he broke his knee, Andrew, as well.
Yeah, his knee. Yeah,
That was bad.
If he's not injured, I still see Poch not starting him like he did with Mudryk last week when he didn't start him after saving him in the League Cup. Yeah. I don't know what I really don't. Don't let this win paper. Don't let this win paper anything. His in-game management again poor. In-game management poor again today. That second half. I don't know. It's about second half. We come out we're just defeated all the time. We come out not inspired or anything, and that's the most important time for the manager of the halftime team talk. It should be popping the guys up, going, do you know what? Okay, we conceded, but you played bloody well. Do you know what I mean? You played bloody well. You should be up by more than one goal. Let's go and turn this around. Don't let this affect you. But I have no faith in this manager and this team to get anything at Luton on Saturday. None at all. Not even a point. If we get a point at Luton, it'll probably be a good point in the end. I'm telling you right now, because they will fold under that team right there. So, yeah, a win's a win, which is important. But again, the performance, we were slightly better than Wolves.
Yeah.
In terms that we scored, but that's it. Really.
Yeah, I think it's promising to see though that first half. I know you disagree, Andrew, but that first half, I think looking at our attack with Inkunku in it now, it did look a little bit more dynamic. It did look a little bit fluid.
I thought the first half we played well.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is the second half, nothing.
No, second half. Second half, I think, was ruined by the fact that, one, I don't think, Nkunku's fully match fit so that he can give 100% for a full 90. I think towards the second half, he started to dwindle down a bit. Doesn't help that Poch decided to move him to right wing to accommodate for Gallagher in the number 10 position. I think that was ridiculous. But alas, like I think, and I also don't like that Poch is so reliant. If this is the case, Poch is so reliant on having that competent number 10 in order for this team to actually click. I think a more competent manager finds a way to make it work even without that player. I mean, we see what Ange Postecoglou is doing at Spurs right now. Without a Madison, without he lost Harry Kane, his striker this season. Without Van der Ven in the center back. Now Romero's out as well. He's got plenty of injuries. Basuma getting suspended all the time, and he still makes it work. He still manages to get a result with Tottenham, which I would even argue player for player, we should have the better quality players. But it's all about a manager bringing the best out of these players, and just doing that at Tottenham versus Poch here, not doing that at all.
I would say there's a little bit of a difference. They're more gelled. They don't like buy a whole new squad and stuff.
No.
I
don't
do
know
think
about
that's a
that,
bit
Chris.
factor. No, because you can say this team is better, but like there's a whole new team.
I'll tell you why I'm not doing this. I'll tell you why I'm not doing this. A new formation, because they're playing 3 at the back under Conte for the last year and a half. A new goalkeeper, a new centre-back partnership, Romero doing a job, and Odegi coming in for his first season. A new midfield partnership in Sarr
pretty much.
and Basuma. A new number 10 playing
And
there.
Madison.
Some playing centre. Brendan Johnson.
Basuma didn't play last season,
Kulusevski,
Chris.
and they lost the best striker in Europe. But no, I'm not having that. I'm sorry. And
Yeah, I don't.
injuries. I'm sorry. This
Damn,
is my
I
whole
forgot about
argument.
King gone.
This is my whole argument about coaching and why it's so important. And we're seeing it right
Yeah.
there. He's been in the same amount of time as Ange, and he's probably had more injuries given their squad and everything like that, more impact injuries than we've had. And when he's kept the same core as he's tried to keep the same team when they're fit all together. Okay, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can't have this more time to gel thing when I just can't have it. I just cannot have it with Poch.
I agree. I agree
This
with
is not
Andrew.
April, Chris. This is
You want to
April.
talk about Ange?
People are trying to say that.
It's,
You want to talk about Ange and changing things? Look at the start of the season. He started the season playing Son on the left and Charleston up front. It took him 2 or 3 games to realise that Charleston isn't doing it for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop him. I'm going to play Son up front. So I'm going to play Son not in his natural position. I'm going to play him up front because I think it can work. And put, I don't know who he put left wing, Johnson, or put someone else left wing because I think that works better. And it worked.
Yeah.
It was
And now
Richarlison
look
playing
at
on
the last few
Oculus.
games as well. Now he's got Richarlison banging in goals now as well.
Yeah, and I hate Richarlison.
Oh, yeah, and now Richarlison's come back into the team. And yeah, he's now scoring.
Yeah, I fucking hate it. You hear me, Jez? I hate it. But also, like, I guarantee you, if it. But also, like, you give Poch that Spurs team, the moment Madison gets hurt, the way I'm seeing how it's going now with Inkunku back, the moment Madison gets hurt, it all capitulates. It all falls apart. It all starts going downhill.
I bet he would play. If I'm Poch, if Poch had this Tottenham team right now with the injuries, I bet he would play either Basuma or Sarr at the 10 and put Højbjerg in there and keep Højbjerg there as well all the time. That's what I think he would do. He'd keep Son on the left because he played the left for me all these years. I'm going to keep him on there and either like play. I don't know what he would do. I don't know what he would do actually.
I don't understand it.
Andrew,
Left back. That's what he probably played.
Andrew, Sarr would not have been playing all season. There would have been Skip. Would have been skipping.
Skip. That would have been Skip at the 10. That's what it would have been. Skip at 10.
No, not Skip at 10. It would have been Skip playing all season in midfield with Basuma. We wouldn't have seen Sarr.
So
Yeah.
I
He
do
wouldn't
want to
play
give
Porro,
flowers.
that's right. He wouldn't play Porro.
Yeah, true. He wouldn't play Poro. I do want to give some
Hang on,
flowers
before we go ahead, right? I just want to say something. There is 170 people watching, or near enough, and I've only got 66 likes. I need to see at least 100 likes, guys. Come on, we can do this. It's that one. It's that one. Just press that one for me, please, to get us to 100. Then I won't even ask for anything more. Anything after that is fine, but just get us to 100 right now, please. Even in win, we can still find stuff to complain about. Do you know what I mean? It's all good. You'll like it here. Just
Pretty
give
talented,
us
man.
Give us a thumbs up, please. It helps. Really
Talented
helps,
crew.
stuff like that. And subscribe if you haven't
Talented.
already.
Appreciate it, Andre. Thank you. I just I saw this. and it made me laugh a little bit. I just want to show you guys.
Yeah.
Frogs, you're
is that
shameless,
real?
bro.
Is that real?
You're
He is
shameless,
the real
kind of
boy who had a
frog.
dream.
No, it's photoshopped. It's photoshopped. The real boy
Yeah.
who had a
Christ.
dream.
Christ almighty.
They should do that though. They should do
He
that.
was
No,
terrible,
what the
sir.
hell,
He was-
Chris?
Yeah, man. What are you talking about? Like, he is the real boy. At least he's proper Chelsea and stays with Chelsea
No, he's
and
terrible.
fuck off to United, man.
No, he's terrible. Get him gone.
Listen to his daddy. At least his
Alright,
family's
let's
actually
go to-
Chelsea
Get him gone,
supporters,
he's
actually.
Got a frogs, there you are. Shameless,
awful.
my friend. Shameless.
Can I just say right
Anyways,
now?
got a friend.
I would do this right now. Right?
Awful footballer.
I would want that banner, right, if it was true, to wrap around all those people that are holding it, and then all those people will get blown away with that banner into the sky somewhere and just land somewhere. That's what I would want.
Safely land somewhere, yeah.
Safely land somewhere.
Oh,
but
Yeah,
just blow
you gotta
away.
make sure they're
Safely.
safely safe, you know.
Yeah,
Somehow, like, they're
safely.
flying
You're
up in the
gonna
air
fall
and
into, like,
they're
a
all safe.
parachute. Like that, you can parachute down.
They all
Safely.
magically stay on as well.
Safely.
Yeah.
The boy that can't pass forward. Oh my god. Big up, got it, frogs. Big up.
All I'll say is I hope the cost of the banner is worth it when he's at Spurs.
Anyways, the player that I want to give flowers to today is Mudryk, who will probably get dropped next game. But regardless, I do want to give this guy flowers because important stat here. Mikhailo Mudryk is now creating the second most chances per 90 minutes, 1.6 for his Chelsea teammates in Premier League this season. Only Cole Palmer, 2.1, is creating more. Which I think today, Mudryk had a wonderful game. Unfortunate to not have been able to score a second goal, but I think he was effective today. And I know he's hot and cold pretty often this season, but I will say one thing that I've been liking about Mudryk lately that I've been noticing is that whenever we have Mudryk and whenever he gets the ball, he goes forward and he takes us into the opposition team's pitch, I should say, which is good for creating chances, which is what we need. But what are your guys' thoughts on Mudryk?
Just imagine if he was being coached.
I thought it was good the first half. Obviously, he scored the goal, linked up well, but second half, nothing.
Yeah, I think second half happened because the whole fiasco with Inkunku. Once you get rid of Inkunku in that 10?
It just didn't. Nothing was working in the second half with him. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if
Not
we
even
had
just
like
the
an overlapping
whole-
left back, you know?
Yeah.
It's not even just that. Like the whole second half, the whole team was garbage. Like the
Mhm.
whole team in that second half was garbage. Outside of Lavia and Madueke when they both came on, the whole team in that second half was garbage. Like
I honestly think now, and I'm starting to
Was
believe
bad.
it more and more when I see the game, that his subs are to, when we're drawing, are to actually protect the point.
I
think
thought
they
that
are.
was Silver when bringing on
No,
Saskia
I
right
didn't really believe it because I was giving him the benefit of doubt still, but it's like, but because again, I question what the Sassi at right back. I mean, the Sassi at right back is worse than Chilwell at left back in terms of putting the player there. Do you know what I mean? And so I didn't think like I'll be a defender of Sassi on each. I thought this was probably one of his worst games, if not his worst game today. In terms of his passing was very poor. I mean, the first half when the guys were in the corner trying to pass it to each other, I was just going, fucking hoof the ball, will you? Just hoof the ball upwards. There's all this passing crap because you guys are not that good yet to be doing that. But he's a coward. He's a coward. He's an absolute. This manager is a coward. He's got no guts. He's got no balls. He's got no spine. Okay, he's a jellyfish.
This guy has nothing, huh?
I know, he's an amoeba. That's what he is. He's an amoeba. That's what he is. He's just, honestly, he'd be at school. He'd be the guy who would be the sidekick of the bully. You just go, yeah, get him like that. He wouldn't do it and then run away when the bully's not there. He's a goddamn coward, this guy. Do you know what I mean? He wouldn't, if he was in the trenches for you, I'd move trenches. I don't want to be in the trenches with this guy. He'd probably shoot you in the back.
Imagine him
Yeah,
giving you
yeah.
instructions, man.
Yeah, this guy's just a coward. Gusto was the best player. Gusto was our best player.
Yeah, the
Gus
majority of the
Wilde.
chat agrees.
Oh yeah,
too.
include him when I said about
got
the
an
second half.
assist. Got an assist. Was forced to play left back and played very well down there as well. And as long as you keep him injury free, there's no need to think about Reece James or even rushing him back. My problem is that get a fucking left back in the January window.
Apparently, when he's fit, we should play Reece right back and play Gusto.
Not straight away, by the way. If you guys say about me, it's not straight away. I want to give him time first.
Please,
but in the
That's
future,
what-
you'd be mad to think he's actually.
Surfer, who do you think agrees with
Chris
that?
said it.
Yeah, no, I didn't say rush him straight away though. By the way,
No. I'm all for inverted wingers on F side. Fine, I've just go over that. Not at fullback. I'm not for unless it's an emergency. Sometimes it is right now. But if everyone's fit and you've got options, I'm not having a right foot right back at left back. If we've got options and they're good options, I'm just not doing.
I'll be real. There's a big issue I have with all of that than that. Why are you playing our only two right backs at the same time?
Yeah.
Like, what happens if one gets injured?
If you don't,
what's the point of you having left backs in the squad? Then get left back.
Oh yeah, if we get a left back, I don't know what left back we're gonna get, but like we got 3 left backs now, but like they're not all good enough. Apparently,
two aren't fit, so 2 aren't.
Yeah, well, Chilwell should be gone end of season for me.
And he doesn't play the other in his natural position.
Yeah,
rather
Matson's
right
fit.
This is a terrorist.
He's a goddamn
terrorism.
He's a god. I tell you what. In every other job, there's like a monthly or a half year or a yearly like review of your job, right? Yeah. He'd fail every month. He'd fail every month he's in a job. It'd be improve. How are you going to improve? Do better, be better. That would be the thing underneath it. Or just below or something like that. Some fucking PC word they put in now. Instead of saying failure or something like that. It would be like, instead of shit. You know, do your job. He's failing. He's failing.
Fucking terrible.
He's failing. He's worse than Potter.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say this right now. Him and Ten Hag are the worst coaches in the league. And it's a flip of a coin. Who's the worst? I'm saying it's Poch because we've got Poch. That's what I'm saying. That's it. That's the only way. Tell you right now,
I would hate to have Ten Hag.
Chris Wilder coached a great game against Aston Villa. They should have lost because Aston Villa should have had a penalty, but he still coached a very good game against Villa. I've not seen that from Poch. Look at Gary Bill. Coaching doesn't matter. Gary O'Neill out-coached him on Sunday, and then Gary O'Neill's gone to Brentford and smashed them 4-1. Smashed them 4-1, and now they're level on points with us. They're level on points with us. They're only behind us because of goal
difference, right? Yeah.
And
we should be catching up with United.
Everyone's rating Dominic Solanke now. No one rated Dominic Solanke 6 months ago. It's all down to coaching.
That's all Miz. That's all Miz.
Yeah, I think honestly, Andrew, I was thinking maybe him as a backup man to competition.
He's got 13. He's got 12 or 13 goals.
Isn't he? I thought he's joint top. Hasn't he joint top scorer, Andrew?
Near enough. I think he's like just behind Haaland or something like that. But what I'm saying is, no one wanted Dominic Solanke 4 months ago when the Premier League started. No one put him in the FPL teams. Now everyone is.
Not
me.
me.
Because he's scoring. That's what I'm talking
but
about.
I will say, like, that reminds me. There was this comment earlier from Mickey Joyboy. Jackson needs to be sold. He's a waste man. Listen, the thing about Jackson, as much as, you know, I thought today he had a good game. Except in front of goal, which is his position, which is the most important part that he should be good at. But whatever. Regardless, I think he had a fantastic game, despite the shots on goal that he missed. What I will say also is that I don't expect Jackson to be a world-class striker. I understand coming into this team, the expectations were low. And he's just a frustrating player because he's developing. He's young. He's what, 21, 22? 22. So I understand, like, he's developing. So I'm not trying to sell him. I understand that in the future he could come good.
He's good backup for the future as well.
That's the thing, though. I think in a complete team, if we had gotten the players in the positions we were supposed to get in the summer and didn't miss out on the striker position, he probably would have been a backup.
That's what I mean.
And probably would have been sold.
Say you get Tony or Asherman, like he's good backup to one of the two strikers. Like if we get a top striker,
why do Chelsea fans want us to get rid of him like now?
It makes no sense. Yeah,
people are being reactive.
Broha, as much as I actually like and rate Broha, he's not doing anything right now. and what we get rid of Jackson just to spend 85 million on Gyökeres, who is probably not better than Jackson. Doesn't make sense.
Here's the thing with this, right? I don't know why Chelsea fans complain. Last time we had a goal scorer with this many goals was Tammy Abraham, and you all loved him.
I know.
So, and I will say this: he actually scored his harder. I know it's offside, but that second one he scored is actually harder than the one he missed. He should have There's no defending. There's no defending. He should have buried that one that Gallagher put through. There's no defending that whatsoever. He should have definitely buried that. I would say this: his link-up play was very good in the first half. What he needs to not do now, if Nkunku's playing, is drop that deep to get the ball. He also needs to learn and look across the line, because what is annoying me about him is the amount of times he is needlessly offside, and it's lazy as well. It's not as if he's running.
The extra touches.
He's jogging into offside positions. You know what I mean? He's just stepping. It's not like he's like, oh yeah, I can understand. He's just off. That's just hard. No, it's not even close to the offside either. We're not talking about inches. We're talking like he's a full body ahead of people. Yeah, and that can be taught as well. And if you had a coach who actually taught him that, you know, or a forwards coach who actually taught him that, then you probably would see less than.
Wait, Surfer, having a coach, don't joke about that. Don't joke about that.
My thing is this with Jackson. He shouldn't be on board. That was where I will get on the ownership and the recruitment. 2 positions, and maybe Petrovic will prove me wrong. The 2 positions at the start.
See, guys, we're criticizing the ownership and the directors.
2 positions at the start of the season that should have been addressed with top quality, no matter what. I didn't really care about the others. Was striker and goalkeeper, because
100%.
Jackson should be coming off the bench, not Broha. Broha was a lump of shit tonight as well. Broha had absolutely nothing he added to that game whatsoever, by the way, and he should be gone in January. But Jackson should be the one coming off and take it, you know, for the 15-20 minutes, starting cup games here and there, banging in goals and stuff like that. So, but what I will say is, he shouldn't be get. The problem is this: if every part of our team was clicking and not him, then I could see why there's so much level of criticism at him. But when we're only creating a few chances ourselves, and by the way, you don't rate him, it's hard then to criticize him that much. Because if you're not really rating him or don't expect him to do much, then where does the criticism come from? Everyone knows he's a rough diamond. He's a very rough, and he needs to be better. But if he had a decent coach that had spent 5 months with him 7 days a week, maybe we'd see the results of it.
So for Chelsea fans,
we have had a coach. He's just not coaching.
When Jackson goes to AFCON, Chelsea fans will like.
You will see, yeah. You will see.
Well, you never know. And Nkunku strike bags them in.
As much as he misses chances or whatever, he will still end up. If
Nkunku doesn't bag, he's not be criticising Nkunku.
I will say, when Nkunku's in front of goal, I think
Chelsea.
He's a lot more clinical on Jackson, but Jackson's not bad. And for 30 million, I always said this, like 30 million's nothing. You don't expect a whole lot when you spend 30 million on a player. You really don't. It's like when you spend 60 or upwards, like that's when you really expect that on a player normally. And he's not played too badly. 7 goals this season in the Premier League is not too bad.
The thing is with Jackson,
Enzo didn't play again, guys, so you can't blame Enzo for as well, guys.
Yeah, but we won without him.
You try and do.
The thing is with Jackson, though, even with all the chances and stuff, people will complain about him missing. He's still.
Go to Frogs. Sorry, Prime. Go to Frogs. I don't know if we'll get a striker.
Go to Frogs. He's leaving next week. I'm pretty sure AFCON starts next week. Yeah.
During the winter break.
I thought it starts on like January 15th or something though. Actually,
I don't think I'll be real. I don't think like we'll need a striker. I think we'll be fine. To be fair.
Yeah.
But anyway, like even with all the criticism and hate that this guy gets, like he's still able to just pop up with a goal. Like on a different day, that goal probably could have stood. And all of a sudden, people are talking about Jackson, how good of a game he's had. Like I'm not his biggest fan either. I don't like, rate him highly, but I'm not gonna criticize him or hate on him too much because he's doing more than I've expected of him this season. He's doing more than anyone that's expected of him. Just like
I would say that
and what you just said, by the way,
the offside one was harder than the one that was a decent finish.
Yeah, it is. But Prime, with what you just said, on another day he comes away with 2 goals and an assist. People forget he set up Mudryk for that chance in the first half. That Henderson makes a really good save on. Like in
That's why I
another
said
on another
Nacho
day,
was good.
on another day, he comes away with 2 goals and an assist, and people are talking about what a good get, like an amazing game. Yeah.
Yeah.
The issue is also where we are in the league.
Do you think?
If we're 6th or 7th, then I don't think it doesn't.
Yeah,
be
it doesn't
brought up.
matter, of course.
Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean? It's because we're 10th.
Yeah.
It'll be highlighted more, and obviously that's fine. But
it's
we're
our
saying-
defense will this team down this season
Yeah,
anyway,
it's-
Andrew.
it's
It's not. It's not the attack,
exactly.
honestly.
Pete,
We're leaving way too many goals.
It's flipped. In the last
way-
2 years,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
flipped.
yeah. That's totally flipped. Yeah, we're
the
not
way
defensively
people
solid.
the way people talk about Jackson, like you would think he hasn't scored like 7 goals in the Premier League this season, and Højlund, you know, like no one talks about Højlund. He only has 1. He just scored yesterday.
I feel so bad
Yep.
for him.
Ryan,
He's got to play
the
those
way,
players
the way
around him.
this fan base talks about standards, this guy should have a fucking statue after him after he bagged a hat-trick against Spurs.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
like
I was
like
gonna say the
everyone-
Spurs game. I know he scored a hat-trick, but do you think that just like I don't know, like frustrated fans so much because he almost cost us against 9 men because he did obviously miss a lot,
Yeah,
but like
he's
I know,
still
got a
yeah,
hat-trick,
but-
got a hat-trick,
he-
so
yeah,
yeah,
but
it's
he's
still
still-
good.
he still scored.
Yeah. I agree. Like if and he
thing
scored
is-
against City this season. Like you know, he got one of the goals against City.
Chris, you're right. If our defence had actually held up, we'd probably be 7th or 8th at the moment. Let's
Yeah,
face
yeah,
it, right?
yeah. But it's
Our
good
defence
for
was
attack.
actually
Yeah,
set pieces.
Jackson's doing his job. Like he shouldn't be. Jackson shouldn't be doing more than he already is.
And we've actually
Yes.
scored over 30. We've actually overscored. We scored over 30 goals in the league. I think we did that last season. But it was very late, right? We weren't
Yeah.
scoring any goal. We didn't for 2 months. We didn't score a goal in the league.
Exactly. Like
Like
Jackson had
February
what,
and April.
7? I thought he would
And
be.
by the way, we should
I would have
scoring
been
more, by the
happy.
way.
I would have been happy if he had got 5 at this point. He has
Yeah.
7. He's overperforming my expectation, and he's
I
didn't,
overperforming
I,
everyone
know,
else's.
I didn't know what to expect.
7 or so,
So
maybe.
I thought I didn't know him, and I thought we were going to sign another striker. So actually, it's like, and
Yeah.
again, it's the inconsistency. I know we had injuries and suspensions tonight, so
Mhm.
we had to make changes. But again, talk about the defending being changed. The attacks change nearly every fucking week as well. Do you know what I mean?
True. That is true. I hate to bring down the mood, but I do
Oh, yeah,
have to
it's
show
so
you guys
high.
something.
So high.
I do have to go show you guys something that might irritate you. And it's this tweet that came out. Mauricio Pochettino says Noni Madueke played with a point to prove in the win over Crystal Palace. Quote, he showed me he was upset with me. Yeah, dude. No fucking shit. You played Ian Matson, who is a fullback, in his position. And yes, I understand that like right wing right now is a hard position to, you know, break into because you have Palmer there, who's been doing brilliant this season up until the most recent games.
Yeah,
Sterling there.
Mudryk
But
as
when
well.
those two players aren't there, what are you trying to tell Madueke when you're putting a left back in that position? Which you saw, Poch, I hope you saw, statistically, he had a horrible game. It's not his fault. But Ian Matson had a shit game at right wing. You
Yeah.
had a right winger to play, and you didn't play him. What message does that send to Madueke? Yeah, he's fucking upset with you.
Imagine that.
I would be
imagine-
upset with you. I am upset with you, actually.
Imagine that if you'd actually done your job, Potts. Moved Matson to left back, left Gusto at right back, and a right wing of Gusto and Madueke for like 30 minutes. Imagine doing something like that.
Do you think he just came here for shits and giggles and tried to ruin Chelsea?
No, I think-
Imagine.
Chris, I would say
He said,
this,
"Fuck
Chris.
it's Chelsea, man."
Chris, I would say this, and I say this to everyone who goes to an interview. Bullshit. You can give bullshit answers in an interview to get the job.
Yeah,
So never
yeah,
check, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I think he's done. He's done this right. He's given bullshit. Oh yeah, I'll do this because I
Yeah,
need
yeah,
a
yeah.
job, and no one else is coming in for me. Do you know what I mean? So I do this, and this. Because if you look at the Lewis did the stream today, and he did like the quotes from
Mhm.
Stuart and the other guy when they first said, "Oh yeah, good tactician, good leader, good." I'm paraphrasing by the way. You know, good tactics, good leader. You know, helps young players develop. But has done none of those things in the first 5 months since he's been there. Not shown any of them whatsoever. He's gone from pre-season going, yeah, Chelsea should always win trophies and compete and stuff like that, to go, yeah, well, we need to take time, you know, and stuff like that. We told you that at the start of the summer.
Yep.
We told you that. You then came out and said this because you thought that it would buy you some time with us or something like that. Or you were fooling yourself, or you think you're that great. You're not. He's not. He doesn't. I don't know who's. He's got his son on the coaching staff who's some injury expert or data analyst bullshit or stuff like that. I don't know who his set piece coach is.
Got Chat GPT in there.
I don't know what he's doing to him in training too, Andrew. Man.
Yeah, I don't know who his set piece coach is because they're shit. I don't know who his forwards coaches because they're shit as well. Every player's gone backwards under this guy. Noni Madueke shouldn't have looked you in the eye as soon as you started Matson tonight. He said, actually, Madueke should have walked out. Madueke should have walked out right there and demanded a transfer.
He believes he's this glorious guru, like elite manager.
Bielsa.
You're not. Well, yeah. I wish he was a player.
Second coming of Bielsa.
At least Bielsa can coach. Like,
I was there. I wish.
Pochettino, you're not.
This guy's Bielsa from man.
Like Pochettino, you're not even better than Brendan Rodgers. You've not achieved what he's achieved in the game.
He's not better than Gary O'Neill. He's not better than Gary
God.
No, Marshall, am I lying? Has he achieved what Rodgers has achieved?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, no. He's spitting. Like I said it on another stream. If it wasn't, bro, he's living off that. He's living off Lucas Moura and Mbappe. Like without those two players, this guy would be no better than Gary O'Neill. Like no disrespect, but he'd have people no better.
Can I
Dropping
say something
bombs.
else? I say something else. I think this guy truly believes. Well, I coach
Big up,
Messi.
TJ.
I coach Messi. I must be good. I coach Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar. I must be good. Fuck you, man. You're not that good.
Guy, man?
You're not that good. And I'll say this again. Yeah. You gave Harry Kane his big break, but Jose Mourinho made Harry Kane the player he is today, not you. You started off and gave him his break, no problem. And look what Dele Alli said about this guy's training methods as well. Probably one of the reasons Dele Alli fell off. It's because of this guy's training section or lack of, or something like that. Honest to God, what a load of shit.
Nah, Dele Alli was a lazy player. Even Jose said one minute you could be here, next minute you could be there.
No. There's a different way of being lazy when it's already been, when this guy probably been allowed to be lazy under Poch.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean? Because it was already falling apart under Poch when Poch was there. And that, if you look at that run to the Champions League, their league season was shit. Like really shit. They lost a load of games that season. What I'm saying is that someone put it in. I don't. This guy has no idea. Haven't you played Matson a right wing, bro? What is Broha on this pitch?
I was actually going to say to you, Andrew, real quick before you go, Prime. I was actually going to say, Max P, this comment, you're exactly on the money. Imagine how Matson feels. Like, Poch, did you consider that? Now that you realize that Madueke's upset because you're not playing him in his position, or you're not giving him a chance to play in his position, could you imagine how Matson probably feels when he has Levi Colwell, who's a center back, playing in a position that Matson can play in?
I'm playing shit there as well.
Yeah. Go ahead, Prime. What were you going to say? Also, almost 150 of you guys on here. We're 24 likes away from 100. Let's see if we can hit 100 by the end of the stream. So big up to you guys. Please smash that like button for me. Go ahead, Prime.
It just... I don't know. You said something that I was going to feed off of.
About Matson?
I can't remember what you said.
Matson, Levi Colwell, these players being played out of position.
Yeah. The thing is, right, I would understand if you were doing that and we were still in like September or October, a few games into the season, and you're trying to try things and coach things. But we're in December now. We're halfway through, a little over halfway through the season. Like, we know things don't work. We know Matson doesn't work as a forward. We know Colwell doesn't work at left back. We know Jackson doesn't work as a winger. We know Broha doesn't really work when he's playing. Why are you persisting with these things? We know that our defense doesn't work when you keep changing center back partnerships. We're not demanding you do like miracles here. It's just little simple things.
It's amazing. It's amazing because I keep going back to I'm so obsessed with Gary O'Neill because it's like because he literally attacked him, but Gary O'Neill came in 6 days before the season started, and we already saw a pattern of play and something like that. People will also forget he lost his two best midfielders in the summer in Nunes and Neves. Yeah. Didn't replace the striker, although him and Chan's now just absolutely balling. And Neto's been injured this year as well. But we saw him.
Big player too.
We saw him. He saw we were getting a bit of the ball more on Sunday, made the adjustments, and then got the lead, and then sat back and said, "These guys aren't going to do anything. This is my tactics." And he outcoached Poch. Poch has been even outcoached by Ten Hag. So Poch is the worst coach. He got outcoached by Ten Hag. McTominay should have scored 5 goals against us in that game. 5. It should have been 5-1 down at half time to Manchester United, who then went on to lose to Bournemouth 3-0 the next game. Pathetic.
Mauricio, I can't.
Guy, man.
I mean, this defending's on par with Lampard's. The defending.
I would even argue Lampard's defense was probably
That
more
first
sound
season-
than this one.
That first season under Lampard, we were just conceded for fun. Like, we're away to
that
Sheffield
was
United.
bad.
First 3-0. Madness. Absolute madness. Absolute madness.
Not good. And we have like proper, like quote unquote experienced defenders. We have good defenders. You know? It's not like we had Zuma. Not like we had, you know.
But we know this defense parts of it has been good because even though we only conceded like, I think was it under 30 goals last season or just around 30 goals last season or something like that. It was very weird. So they have got it in them, you know. But this, like you said, it keeps changing the centre-back partnership. Just stick to a centre-back partnership. Now he's going to have to change it again because Badiashile is injured. So he's going to have to change it again. He's forced to. That's another thing. The managing of these players when they come back from injury. Badiashile has been managed horribly since he's come back from being injured. Absolutely horribly. And I was surprised Gusto's not gone down with another injury because it's just mad. This guy's just get him out.
I mean, look at what happened with
Yes.
Mudryk.
Yes.
Listen.
Mudryk hadn't played for like 7 weeks or something. Throws him straight in.
I didn't.
Madness.
Which I
think it's
understand. There's a limited, you know, it's a victim of circumstances. But Ahmed made the argument of you could have started Matos, and people would have understood. You know, he's out with a hamstring injury again.
Yeah.
What's he had said here? I think Poch plays meditation music at halftime because the players were asleep. Yeah, I could see that.
I think he's right.
It's almost like we've progressively big up Alexis, big up Cop, because if you check out his channel if you haven't done so already. But I think it's like what's frustrating is that in the beginning of the season we looked better in second half. Like we looked like we made improvements in the second half and we would come out more strong. But so far, like as we've dwindled more and more into the season and now we are where we are, it's back to Potter. It's back to like second half. These players don't look up for it.
There's a stat.
Jesus,
every game we've lost this season, we haven't been losing at halftime. You know that every game we've lost this season, we have not been losing.
Yeah, that was a stat.
That's what I'm saying. Even today, they came out. They looked lethargic. They looked out of ideas. They looked just lost. They were just passing it side to side. They were so slow. It was a complete turnaround for most of that first half.
Mm-hmm. This was a really good comment. I was shocked to see this actually. I don't know if this was wise to do. I don't know if I think this was a big risk. Lavia, you haven't played him at all season, and his first appearance, you play him for a half hour. He played a half hour today.
Well, that's because he wanted to put Inkunku off so he could release Gallagher into the 10.
Marshall,
He did it.
Marshall, he was desperate. What he did to Lavia today, this was what he would have done to Inkunku a few games ago.
Yeah, if we were losing
Yeah,
United,
probably.
He would have brought him on against Sheffield United if we were losing to Sheffield United. Definitely. And he did it. He did it against Newcastle, didn't he? Brought Inkunku on against Newcastle when we lose it. Like that.
It was risky, and the risk paid off. But
Alexis
if there was,
he was desperate. So like Prime
Yeah.
said, desperate.
if it was a minute later or a minute earlier, who knows how Faith would have changed? What if he injured his ankle again? You know, like it's so stupid. But Romeo Lavia today, I do want to.
Do you think he brings
Go ahead.
Lavia on if Mudryk puts that ball away at 2-0 and then we don't concede in the first half? I don't think he brings Lavia on today whatsoever.
I would hope he brings him on for at least
Would
5
have
minutes.
been too much of a risk.
If we didn't concede before halftime and we were 1-0
That's what I'm saying. If
Lavia can come on.
Mudryk scores that second and we don't concede, maybe Lavia comes on for the last 10 minutes, but Lavia definitely doesn't come on for half an hour.
I appreciate Alexis and his jokes, man.
Yeah, they're all forward.
We're on our way, boys. Back to Europe.
Watch out, Newcastle. We're going to overtake you, Newcastle, soon. Don't worry. 4 points behind them. Let's do this.
Oh my god. And thank you, Alexis. I listen, I kind of agree now at this point because I think, and I hope this continues, as we see, when you play Inkunku in the number 10 position, you look at how much more fluid and how better our attack looks. Now you start to see why Gallagher is potentially going to be surplus requirements, especially if Carney comes back and does the same thing.
Oh, Carney comes back. He should definitely. Yeah, when Carney, even if Carney's not back yet, he'd definitely go because he suits. He's nothing in this team. He doesn't. He's like an in-betweener, but we don't play him. We don't have that position. Do you know what I mean? It's either part of a pivot or number 10, and he doesn't suit either role. It just doesn't. It doesn't suit either role.
And mind you, I'm not sitting here like we need to sell Gallagher. I don't think we need to sell Gallagher. I think he has a use in this. I know you do, Scott, but it's like I'm not sweating or upset if we sell Gallagher. I think it's either or. I think it's a somewhat of a win-win. Like if he stays in the team, I think he has his uses, and I think there are games where he can be very, very effective. But he's not starting in my team over Inkunku. He's not starting in my team over Lavia in the pivot. He's not starting in my team at right wing.
I agree with what Ziad said that medical teams usually do advise. I just don't know if unless they would advise what maybe they can give and stuff like that, or they think like not put them in the red zone or whatever the fuck they call it now. But it's like
I'm just going to point something out by the way as well.
Yeah.
When you're finished.
Yeah, I just think I think he just would have brought him on anyway because he was the only logical choice to bring on if he's going to put a person in that position. There was no one else to bring on.
Scott, what were we going to say?
I was just going to point out that the person that does that is his son.
Definitely don't listen to him then.
Max, I just want you to listen. It could be early doors. I could be talking too early. I could be talking preemptively, but I want you to pay attention to how much better our attack is going to look going forward the more we start Inkunku in that number 10 position and not Gallagher. And then tell me if you rather
Even
Gallagher
Carney.
in that position
Or
even Carney. And then I want you to tell me if you rather Gallagher in the number 10 or Inkunku, because the best position Gallagher's played this season has been in that number 10. And that's because that's the least, I think, liable position for him. Where if he were in the pivot, he is a liability. Because if he loses the ball,
I'm going to head off.
yes.
But smash that like button. We're near to 100, so get us to 100.
Listen to Alexis.
Get us to 100. And we
Yes.
won. We won, by the way. We won.
We won, yeah. Smash a like if you want to celebrate a win.
Marshall,
Yes.
There you go.
You say how much better we'll look with Gallagher gone. You know why I disagree?
Or not Gallagher
one.
gone. I mean Inkunku in the number 10 over Gallagher. That's what I said.
Yeah, but you know why I will still disagree? Even though what you're saying is right logically, but why I disagree is one, Poch will still be our manager, and two, when Chilwell comes back, he's playing left wing. He will start.
Maybe. He did stop playing Chilwell left wing before he got hurt.
Okay, so
To be
then
fair to
left back.
him.
Then he'll be starting
Yeah.
left back, one of the two.
Maybe. Well, we'll see. That's another one that I don't want to see anymore. Well, it also depends what Chilwell we get back. I don't think Chilwell is going to be at his best anymore. I think that's done. I'd rather Gala in the pivot. He did much the same as Caicedo whilst playing there, so no harm in it.
Huh?
But you have, I got you, Scott.
Huh?
But you have Lavia, who you saw today, did
Lavia
really
did
well.
more
I mean,
Lavia did more in like 30 minutes than Gallagher did the whole 60 minutes prior to him coming on.
you have Lavia, you have Enzo, you have Caicedo. And yes, people are going to say, oh, but they haven't been as effective as Gallagher. Again, Gallagher's playing in a number 10 position. If you put Gallagher, if you want to compare like for like, tick for tat, you put Gallagher in that double pivot and you see how he does over Enzo and Caicedo. So it's like...
He was tragic
Again,
today. He was awful. He was so bad.
I think he had moments today, but
No, he
again,
didn't.
like it's not.
Outside of that pass to Jackson that Jackson should have finished, he did nothing. Slow on the ball, took way too long on the ball all the time, passed it sideways and backwards all the time because he got pressed, because he held the ball for too long, run into cul-de-sacs for no reason with his head down as he usually does. Just terrible. Just terrible. Stupid fouls for no reason that he could have been booked for. He was then booked for. Like, he's terrible. He's a terrible footballer. He's an awful footballer. Awful footballer. Shouldn't be nowhere near this first team when everyone's fit. Nowhere near this first team. He doesn't get in the pivot ahead of Lavia and Caicedo or Enzo. He doesn't get in the 10 over Carney or Inkunku. Like, Inkunku was levels ahead of him in the 10, and then Lavia was levels ahead of him in the pivot. So who the fuck does he play over? Oh, yes. yeah, Alexis. No, bring up that Alexis comment. The one time he tries to switch play, he overhits it.
Mm-hmm. I get it. Listen, I'm not as critical about Gallagher as Scott, because, you know, I don't dislike Gallagher like Scott does. But at the same time, I understand the surplus requirements of the player. I understand the player's weaknesses and what he's missing in that number 10 position. He's not the ideal number 10. I hate to break it to you guys. And he's not going to be better in the pivot than Enzo, Caicedo, and Lavia. You know what? Pochettino will prove that to you guys, because we will see him in that double pivot.
Marshall,
and
he's not
we'll be here for it.
Anything, though. He's not the ideal of anything, though. He's not good.
I think he's good. I think he's good for utility.
Also, Marshall.
Utility.
I've just seen, by the way, something a tweet you retweeted.
What tweet?
I just seen a tweet. I'm just scrolling through Twitter and I've seen a tweet that you retweeted. People want to talk about stats in terms of the Gallagher thing, because there's a tweet going out with all these stats that Gallagher has, which if you watch the game, those stats mean nothing. There's a tweet that got put out by Chelsea Dodgers. Moises Caicedo registered more successful duel battles and more successful long balls than any other player for either Chelsea or Palace.
I'll see if I can find that one.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember.
Even stats-wise, Caicedo's doing more than Gallagher in the midfield. On a defensive standpoint and going forward.
Here we go. Oh, no,
that's Lavia.
The face was cut off. Sorry.
It's a number, bro. Like,
sorry. I was working quick, man. I'm working under pressure, right?
I said the face was cut off. Yeah, Marshall. Because Marshall, all Chelsea players look the same, don't they, Marshall?
Oh my God! Let me
get that one.
All right, there we go. Appreciate it. There we go. Moises Caicedo registered more. Yeah, what Scott said. Okay, I don't have to repeat what Scott said.
Even stats tell you that Caicedo had a good game.
Real quick before we continue, I do want to read T1 super chat. Thank you so much for the $7.99 super chat. I appreciate it. It looks like players are getting healthy. Touch wood. What's our midfield in front and front three when everyone is available? I'm looking forward to Carney's return. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what Carney can do as well. If you were to ask me, if I were to set up this team going forward, I would do midfield pivot of you know what? I would do a midfield pivot or a midfield three of a double pivot with Caicedo, Enzo, and then Inkunku as a 10. And then I put Sterling on the left, Palmer on the right. You guys are going to think I'm having a howler. I almost rather have Mudryk as a striker than Jackson. But you know what? I'm going to just say Jackson just because he's actually a striker. And I'm not going to play potch ball here.
Wait, why Mudryk as a striker, though?
Mudryk knows how to shoot.
Then would you not put Mudryk off the left and Sterling off the right?
Who would you put as striker? I just listen.
You could switch.
I'm being very critical. I'm being very critical of Jackson, but that's because this guy likes to touch the ball more than he likes to shoot it.
Yeah, well,
it annoys me, man.
What Alexis just said, that's my thinking. I agree with 4-3-3. I play a 4-3-3. Like that's Enzo, Lavia, Caicedo, and Palmer, Inkunku, Sterling. That would be my midfield three and front three.
I agree. That would be mine as well.
So you don't play any 10s?
No, I think you can. I think, but considering how Sterling can play and how like he like gets into attacking areas, I think you could make that work. And like I think as well, what that would do, playing that midfield would is it would allow you to like dominate midfield battles, or it should allow you to. And also what you can hopefully do is get Caicedo and Enzo to like kind of alternate arriving late into the box, which they've shown like previous clubs they can do.
So attacking eights in a sense.
Yeah.
And also, so long as if you have, I'm convinced these men don't watch games. Yeah, Chelsea fans, people don't. So if you had, whether it's Gusto or Reece at right back, at left back, if you put Chukwueze or Matson, or even get another left back, playing that way would really work and really suit the players that we have, and it would also suit players like, Mudryk, Madueke, Carney Chuameka, etc. So,
and the thing is as well, it's something that you could easily tweak where it's like, if you want, I think we spoke about this before, say you want to get a bit more attacking impetus inside, you could potentially drop a Caicedo, or like maybe Enzo or Lavia, one of the three for like a Chukwuemeka, so you get more attacking impetus out of midfield. Or if you feel like there's a game where you might be the more attacking team, you can potentially go to like a 4-2-3-1 and have Jackson as the striker and drop Inkunku to the 10.
Exactly.
This is all wishful thinking, though, unfortunately, for us.
Oh, it probably
Hodge
is.
isn't gonna
Like,
do it.
Lavia probably won't start. But yeah, it's just.
I think no, but I disagree with that actually, because I think there are going to be games where Poch is going to try to start Lavia.
Then who gets dropped?
I think that's the thing. I think this is the circus, the carnival that we're in, right? I think he's going to try multiple games where he switches that midfield up, switches the attack up, just to try to fit in Gallagher, only to realize 8 games later, that it's just not going to work. I need to drop Gallagher.
You know what he's going to do? Because we saw it in the second half. Caicedo, Lavia, double pivot, Gallagher 10, and Kuku off the right, and it'll be Sterling on the left.
He's literally killed.
Hold on. It'll be Sterling on the left and Jackson up top. Or when Jackson's gone to AFCON, it'll be Inkunku up top, Palmer off the left, Sterling on the right, Jackson 10.
You mean Gallagher 10? But yeah, I get the point.
Yeah, it's not Jackson, sorry, Gallagher 10 and Caicedo, Lavia double pivot. This guy's a terrorist, man.
Listen,
just get him out of the club,
Max,
man.
listen to me, Max, because I'm not a Gallagher hater. Gallagher can stay or go. Listen to me. What I'm trying to say is that Gallagher, in his best position, number 10 this season, is not as good as Inkunku. And when Carney comes back, we'll see with Carney. I could be wrong about Carney. But what I expect with Carney is that he also is going to be better suited for an attacking 10 position than Gallagher. Gallagher is not an attacking 10. Gallagher is a defensive 10, which is the joke that I left before with TPB says Gallagher defensive striker. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say Gallagher's a shit player. I disagree with Scott with that. But I understand why he's surplus requirement in this team. Gallagher will be sold, and I'm not going to lose sleep on it because at the end of the day...
I think you... Listen, I have a feeling Poch will do everything he can to stop that goal.
That's what I'm saying. The transfer, I don't know.
Yeah, because listen, Gallagher's our third choice captain, and he's been playing every game he could possibly can play. So, like, I think Poch will do everything in his power for Gallagher not to go.
He stopped substituting him as well. Like, notice how earlier on the season, even when he was starting, he would substitute him in games. Like, if we needed more attacking intent, he's stopped doing that now.
Yeah, but Scott, we're in the trenches, man. We need our captain.
Yeah, we need our captain, leader, legend.
Yeah, the real boy who had a dream.
Also as well with the game today, he has surpassed Drogba in terms of like the number of games captained list or something like that, because he equaled it against Wolves.
Listen, I could care less about the whole captaincy thing. It really doesn't bother me that
It's just
much.
embarrassing. I'll be real. It's just
No,
embarrassing.
No, I get it. I get it.
Scott Marshall. The reason why it is a problem because it's another reason as to why this guy won't leave. This guy's playing every game and he's our captain. Why should he leave?
I'll say this. We will see at the end of January what happens. If he leaves, then this whole thing about captain this, captain that, out the window for me. At the end of the day, like no one's gonna give a shit. And when it comes to the ownership and the board, they will sell whoever they feel like selling. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, prior to Poch coming to Chelsea, it was rumored that he wanted to keep Kai Havertz and Mason Mount. Mason Mount, who was a Chelsea captain.
No,
but Mount was like they were both going to go. Yeah, but
a game.
Yeah, but listen, they were both going to go anyway. Like it's different with Gallagher. He doesn't. I was
going to say they both asked to leave.
He wants to. Gallagher wants to stay. He's been playing every game, and he is our captain. You can sell a player all you want. If the player doesn't want to leave, he doesn't have to leave. Like
that is true. That's true.
From Gallagher's point of view, like if I'm Gallagher, why should I leave? I'm captain of the football club I love. Why would I leave?
Mm-hmm. Imagine if Mount had stayed though. Oh my god. Oh my god. Poch would have played the shit out of Mount.
We'd have had a midfield three containing Gallagher and Mount, bro. It'd have been a Yadar fucking wank fest.
A Gallagher Mount double pivot where Havertz at 10.
I'd have killed myself.
Havertz at 10, I would have been all for it, man. We would have actually gotten. That's because
you're a terrorist, Marshall.
Yeah, partially. I don't know.
What a midfield! Oh my god!
Prior to this season, I would have believed in it, but now that I see that Poch hasn't really developed many players except for Gallagher.
I don't think we would have won many games this season, and we haven't won many games anyway. Oh jeez! Oh god!
Wants to stay with 18 months left. Gallagher would not leave. I bet you. I mean, you don't have to bet me. I don't think Gallagher will leave, even if they do try to sell him. Just like Prime said, that is a good point. The player wants to stay here. He's a Chelsea fan. He likes Chelsea. He's a captain.
Hey, who cares?
I'm just saying he's not going to leave just because of that.
Scott, listen, I'm with you. I hate him too, but he won't leave.
Hey, he'll leave one way or another, bro. Like he's got 18 months left on his contract.
He's on a free. Leave in January.
Then he'll earn that contract. No. And his point of is it
earn that. He has to play well to earn that contract.
Listen, Scott,
he's been offered a contract. He just doesn't want the 7-year deal.
Hey, that's a shame then. Don't sign it then. Hey, please don't sign it.
Listen, if we win that Carabao Cup and he lifts the trophy and he's feeling the Chelsea fans around him, he'll sign it.
Why did you have to put that image in my mind?
Scott, all I'm saying is I can see the scenario. He'll sign it.
To be honest, outside of Raheem Sterling, I don't think anyone else gets paid starter money anymore. Not at this club.
Yeah, but with the incentives that's there, there's probably a trophy incentive there. He'll listen. He won't leave. This virus won't leave, man.
Chris will be our new Gallagher. We can sell him. Wow. Actually, let's speak on that. I mean, he didn't play much, but Gilchrist made an appearance today in the Premier League. He looked energetic. He looked ambitious.
He looked like he was trying to break. He tackles like this. I'm not saying this in a positive or like negative manner. I'm just like an observation. He tackles like he's trying to break someone's legs.
Yeah, look, the guy's raw. Reminds me a lot of Malang Sarr. I'm not gonna lie. Like he's probably better than Malang Sarr.
He can never be as good as Malang Sarr. This guy is so. This guy didn't. I'm in group chats and Chelsea fans are getting gassed about. Chelsea fans are getting gassed about this Gilchrist guy. He didn't do anything.
I say he came on, made like 3 challenges, and that was about it.
Like he came on and he started pointing at players. I'm like, bro, you're not that guy. I hate this fan base, man. They'll hype up mid, saying youngest player to play in the Premier League or to play for Chelsea, my club. No,
I get it. I get it, man. That delusion, that frustration, man.
Alexa said Chilwell needs to be back for that to lift that trophy. Is Chilwell being our captain better than Gallagher?
Yeah, it is. Like marginally, but it is. Like only
I'm glad you said
marginally.
marginally. I was looking at you
But
different.
it is.
Is it?
I started looking at Scott different. I was like,
Listen, trash free garbage, man.
Yeah, just one stinks a lot less.
Okay.
I still hope that Chilwell can come back and play better, but play at his best. But my hope for that is dwindling.
Yeah, he needs to play in his actual position first before we start hoping if he plays well.
Hey,
That's true.
Scott,
Even his actual position's not.
Chilwell left wing, Gallagher 10.
If he actually plays in left wing when he comes back, because he stopped doing it before he got injured. Like Chilwell got dropped, and then I think the last game he played before he got injured, he did actually play left back. If this terrorist plays him left wing when he comes back,
Carabao Cup final, Gallagher plays the pass. Gallagher plays the pass in the Chilwell to win it, man, in the Carabao Cup final. You heard it here first.
You can say, I don't know. Alexis has his own thing going, man. My man Alexis is a married man. He's got better things to do than to sit here with us, I guess. I don't know. Sit with us talk football. Listen, leave Alexis alone, man. Love for Alexis, man. Go check out his channel if you haven't done so already. And you know what? If you're here more often, Flash PM, you will see Alexis does join us from time to time. My man's cooking apple pie with his wife right now or something. Or blueberry pie to celebrate Chelsea's win. All right. That being said, I think we're done for today. Listen, overall though, and I think most of us overall, we're satisfied we got a win. I think most of us see some potential now in that first half that we could maybe do something with Inkunku, but all of us are still Poch out. Am I correct in saying that?
Yep.
What potential? What potential?
Inkunku potentially making the attack better.
Not with this guy in charge. No.
He'll make the attack better. Like we saw it today. He'll make the attack better just because he's a good player. Like, and we saw it against Wolves as well. Like he will make the attack better by being a good player. But it's not enough to counteract how shit of a manager Poch is. Like it's not enough to take us where we need to go to. Like he's probably good enough, and like he can improve the attack enough to get us to like 7th maybe. But that's about it. That's our ceiling right now.
Alexis, you're officially Poch out.
Yeah, he's been Poch out, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, I didn't know he turned. I thought
I think he was on the last stream he was on. He said he was Poch out.
Oh, okay, my bad.
But that being said, ladies and gents, we're calling it right here. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys enjoying the review. Appreciate you guys smashing up that like button, man. We're 15 away from the 100 that I was aiming for. But hey, maybe we get it in the post with the people who like to watch the show after the fact. Doesn't know what I'm talking about. We shall see. All right, yeah, we'll see. But hopefully, for those of you watching in the future, that like to watch back past the post the live stream, check out those comments section. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think. Smash up the like buttons if you haven't done so already, ladies and gents. We do appreciate it. Rich Moneymakers, I appreciate the effort. Thank you guys for smashing up that like button. But let's go ahead and get you guys that raid message. We're gonna go ahead and raid Flawless over at Sarcasm City TV. Copy and paste that raid message so he knows where you are coming from. And yeah, big up to him. I think Surfer's there right now. We also have Jimmy Spliff. We have him over there and Jez. So show them some love. That was great. That was great. I got to give myself kudos for that one. Show them some love by spamming that raid message, smashing the like, subscribing. Big up to Flawless as well, who just hit 9K subscribers. So he's doing good for himself. Guys, as usual, admin, smash up the subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, be sure to check out the like button. I'm losing my mind right now. Smash up the like button. Hit the bell notification so you are notified whenever we do go live. Also, be sure to check out the links in the description below so you guys can see all the other content that we have here. I have the Twitter, the Discord, my link tree, Ahmeds Channel, and Sarcasm City as well down there. Leave a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Big up to the members. And usually I would give shout outs, but because I'm packing, because I'm moving house, and next stream on Saturday, which is going to be the Casually Chelsea show, I believe. I'm going to try it for a Saturday. I don't know with the whole move and everything. But because I'm moving house, I don't have my notes on me, which I usually keep to shout out the proper casual and higher tier members. But off the top of my head, I'm going to say OG Turbo Jesus, Scott, Will, A. Solomon, Jester, and I'm missing people. Sorry. But big up to those guys off the top of my head who are proper casual and higher tiered members. Check out the memberships. Big up to the other guys who are members. We have 4 tiers starting at 99p. But that being said, ladies and gents, thanks for being here tonight. Stay casual. We'll see you on Saturday. Peace.